Why do you downgrade acting as a profession?
What?
I say, why do you downgrade acting as a profession?
I think acting is like sculpture. In other words, it's what you take away from yourself to reveal the truth of what you're doing that makes a performance.
You risk nothing. I'm a fucking actor. This play cost me everything.
A performance, when it is, deserves to be considered great or important,
Il y avait une autre chose que je voulais vous demander.
is always entirely made up of the actor himself and entirely achieved by what he has left in the dressing room before he came out in front of the camera. There is no such thing as becoming another character by putting on a lot of makeup.
I don't know!
You may need to put the makeup, but what you're really doing is undressing yourself and even tearing yourself apart.
I've abandoned my child! I've abandoned my child! I've abandoned my boy!
Damn it, he doesn't say it.
Presenting to the public that part of you which corresponds to what you are playing. And there is a villain in each of us, a murderer in each of us, a fascist in each of us, a saint in each of us. And the actor is the man or woman who can eliminate from himself those things which will interfere with that truth.
I've been standing with you. I gave 18 years of my life to stand in the same spot as you.
I think of an actor as a person with various personalities. As a matter of fact, Somerset Maugham says it in his book, Summing Up. He says all artists are more than one person.
But I'm so lonely.
And you have to make sure that inside the artist, the actor that you choose, that one person that you need exists.
What life? I got no life! I'm in the dark here! You understand? I'm in the dark!
Round one, fight!
And welcome back to the Movie Hero Network. This is Tournament Fights versus number 28. It is myself versus Richie Goodacre in a battle of our favorite actors and their films. Something, a new kind of little series we might debut here as part of our community battle. We've been doing these TV battles in a similar fashion. We're going to do one of these as well tonight. It's going to be a fun time tonight, and I've got a good panel to join me as well. But thank you for joining us wherever you might be joining us, joining us live or on the replay. We certainly appreciate it. We won't waste too much time tonight. Let me first bring in sort of my pseudo co-host for this evening. Jordan Anderson is on assignment. I'll be running the show tonight. Let me bring in Malcolm Lay, who will be at least running our bracket tonight and help me out a little bit. Welcome, Malcolm. How's it going?
It's going good. And yeah, this is one of those ones that is interesting, like at least to see what movies of these actors that people like. Like, a couple of interesting choices I thought on both sides, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, personal favorites, and yeah, so we'll see how well they blend together. We'll bring in sort of my opponent to speak, but not really. We're just celebrating different sets of actors tonight. I got Richie Goodacre. How's it going?
So yeah, no, it'll be fun. I think you and I gel on actors and movies in general, so I'm pretty sure the actors you like, I'll like anyway, and that, you know, and vice versa. So no,
right.
should be fun.
No, it'll just be a friendly sharing of our love of these folks and their movies. Yeah, no, not really like a crazy battle. We'll see what comes out on top, and a few more people we've got to fill out our panel this evening. Let's see. We'll start with our fellow Lonely Mark from last night. How about JPO? Jordan Owens, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, guys? I like the concept of this. It's interesting to see how votes go, and even where I'm going to vote sometime. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Well, I'd imagine a certain Sandman might be on your list if we were to be doing this with JPO.
Yeah,
so.
I think in the future, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It would be for you. Which 8 of his movies would you pick to kind of represent his filmography?
Sandy West.
Yeah, to do that. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. Also got Steven Shepard. How's it going, Steven? Joining us. Doesn't join us often, but how's it going?
Muted.
Right on cue. It's like a gimmick at this point, right? Like
actually, I think you muted everyone, and when you did the clip thing, and I guess you just forgot to unmute me because I'm pretty sure I didn't mute myself.
I think it unmutes everybody.
It
auto-mutes everybody. so yeah. How's it going, Steven?
It's going well, and you guys need to develop more of a competitive edge.
This is all just friendly competition. We're having fun. We save that for trivia. But speaking of trivia, we also have our seen and heard grand champion here with us tonight, Mr. Jonathan Caro. He's seen a movie or two. How's it going, Jonathan?
Yeah, I have. And I guess Steven was off the record and on the QT and very hush for right there. Yeah, I'm doing really well. And this is a very good batch of movies. There's some movies that I have seen for the first time that we'll discuss, and let's see what comes up on top or come out on top, and who will win in a very friendly way.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, we're just here to have a good time. So how it's going to work is myself and Richie each chose 4 actors apiece. And then with that, obviously, we got 32 picks apiece. So we got to pick, 8 movies per actor to kind of represent sort of the filmography favorites of ours. So Malcolm, shall we kind of reveal at least the actors that we picked, and we'll kind of reveal the movies as we go through the bracket, obviously. Or that. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I mean, yeah. I'll leave you guys.
No. I'll go to Richie first and then myself. Richie, what 4 actors did you choose on your end?
Well, the one time now, obviously, we'll get rid of one of them. It's very creepy. So Arnold Schwarzenegger. You've got Jim Carrey. You got Russell Crowe. Good old Australian boy Russell Crowe fighting on that.
There you go.
And you got Philip Seymour Hoffman. R.I.P.
There you go. Oh, good batch of movies. I chose for myself my current favorite working actor, Leonardo DiCaprio, a guy who I'll watch do anything. A just sentimental favorite that I think gets way too much shit, especially from the folks at the Razzies. Sylvester Stallone, who I'm a big fan of. I've chose my boy from the 70s, who has a pretty flawless 70s record, Roy Scheider, who has quickly become one of my favorite actors, and a guy who I just kind of had to realize just because he's made a shitload of movies that I really like, especially from the 70s through the 90s and the early 2000s, Robert De Niro. So picked him and realized he's one of my boys because he's pretty flawless for about 30 years. So, so we picked all that. That's what we're doing. We'll pull up the bracket here in a second.
Flawless.
He sure is. So, you know what? In honor of you, Richie, we'll do this and we'll kick off the bracket here.
Okay. It's party time. P-A-R-T. Why? Because I gotta.
All right. There we go.
Actually, for the sequel to that? No, just kidding.
Yeah. All right. So, Malcolm, let us know what we got up first.
Got Blue Thunder, which I think is Roy Scheider.
That is Roy Scheider, yes.
And
sure
Three Team to Yuma, which is Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe, excellent. All right, so how it works as usual, we'll go up and down the ladder. Everybody get your thoughts on which one, and you could vote for either the better performance, the movie, however you want to vote. It's your tournament fight, and just keep it under 30 seconds. So we keep it moving. Malcolm's got a little bit of a time constraint, so we'll keep it moving quickly. But Caro, what you got first?
Okay, well, this is going to be very quick. Out of the 64 movies, I haven't seen 5, and unfortunately, Blue Thunder is one of them. I have not seen that. Yeah, I wanted to see it. I believe it's on Tubi right now or somewhere else. But, that was going to be my next one after I wrapped up another one. But unfortunately, I have to abstain of saying further comments about Blue Thunder. But 3:10 to Yuma is very good. It's a really good movie with Russell Crowe and Christian Bale, directed by James Mangold, and one of those rare great remakes. So easy peasy, 3:10 to Yuma gets my vote.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, no good. Steven.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same in that I haven't seen Blue Thunder. It also would have been my next movie to watch because I saw the trailer and it looked like it could be pretty cool from the trailer. But since I haven't seen it, I'll go with 3:10 to Yuma.
No, I figured this happened. It's fine. It's all good. JPO.
Man, I can't believe everyone's sleeping on Blue Thunder. Hey, real quick, what's Blue Thunder?
It's a helicopter movie, as you can see from the poster there. That's been a trivia question a time or two. Yeah,
sounds vaguely familiar. But yeah, I have also will join the bandwagon of not being able to see it, and I really like 3:10 to Yuma, the remake, way more than I thought I would. So yeah, 3:10 to Yuma.
Okay, no, sounds good. Richie.
What Blue Thunder is, John, is a spinning sit-out power bomb that Sami
You
Zayn
say
uses.
drop, so you're wrong.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'll no, I haven't seen Blue. I haven't actually seen Blue. I haven't seen Blue Thunder. I had a friend in high school who was obsessed with the movie, so maybe I'll get around to it one day. But yeah, 3:10 to Yuma, obviously, it's great and it's put on the list for a reason. It's one of the better remakes we've had in quite a while. So I'll go 3:10 to Yuma.
All right. Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, just like everyone else, I haven't got around to seeing Blue Thunder either. But yeah, 3:10 to Yuma is pretty good. So 3:10 to Yuma.
Who's in Blue Thunder?
Blue Thunder is Roy Scheider. That's a
Right.
Roy Scheider kind of underrated gem. Yeah, one of my guys.
I was
Yeah,
thing was in it.
yeah. It's an '83 kind of underrated and obviously underseen sort of action pick from Scheider. Yeah, it's about this like super souped up helicopter, with all this like new tech and almost like AI kind of included in it that is going to help. They think it's just going to kind of help quell like city problems in LA. It's kind of a dystopian sort of LA thing. But he figures out real quick. He's a helicopter pilot, he feels like, and he finds out it's being used for some sinister purposes and he's got to stop it. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, Scheider doing his thing, being the stoic guy. So really, really cool. If you haven't seen it, check it out if it pops up on a streaming service. But yeah, even then, I'm actually voting 3:10 to Yuma. That's a really fucking good movie. So, and I love Westerns. So I might have even voted for 3:10 to Yuma over that. So I'll make it a clean sweep. Why not? I'll throw you a vote, Richard.
I heard it's better than Firefox. So
yeah, it's way better than Firefox. It's a lot of fun.
Was Jamie Lee Curtis in something called Blue something?
Blue Steel. I have that on Blu-ray. Yes.
Yeah, not the same movie.
Ooh, shit.
Goodfellas up against Django Unchained.
Oh, god damn.
That's it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, time to go. It's getting too tough already for Caro.
They're both really unique posters. I like that. Goodfellas is interesting.
Yeah. So obviously we got De Niro versus DiCaprio here. So Steven.
Django Unchained is really entertaining and highly enjoyable. Especially, I was rooting for Christoph Waltz to win Best Supporting Actor. Well, actually, I was rooting for Robert De Niro, but I know he won, and I was happy that he won, even though I was rooting for Robert De Niro. But that being said, I'm gonna go with Goodfellas. I mean, I think it's a better movie.
All right, JPO.
This is a tough one here. I mean, they're both great flicks. There's no denying that. I think slightly more at my pace and alley though is Django. It's the one I'm going to go back to a little bit more, and the one I really love. So I'm going to say Django here.
Yeah, sounds good, Richie.
Yeah, this is tough. It's not even versing me. It's your picks. So
yeah, right. That doesn't make it any easier when it's two movies that are like in my top 50 of all time or something like that. Yeah, that doesn't help.
So yeah, I'll go with the one that I've seen more and that holds up and that I own. I'll go Goodfellas, but Django is great.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, this is actually super tough for me as well. Because I like Django Unchained, and I picked that post for Django because it gives me the whole Raiders of the Lost Ark style post.
Yeah.
But the one I probably like more and have seen more is Goodfellas, so Goodfellas gets my vote.
Yeah, this is super tough for me. Obviously, both these guys, yeah, I picked because Goodfellas, De Niro's not the most dynamic performance in the movie. Like overstated, obviously that's like Pesci and even Leo to a degree, doing like the bigger performances. Leo's the biggest performance, kind of in Django, but the most different performance of his career. So I may actually go with performance here and say that I really thought Leo, yeah, could have won an Oscar for Django, and really just did something completely different in that movie. So I might lean towards Django on this one, but we'll see where it goes. Jonathan?
Yeah, basically on performance alone, DiCaprio has the edge because he is, in my opinion, more of the standout in Django Unchained. He's introduced probably in the midway point, and that's the performance I'd remember most from that film. And he should have been nominated for the supporting actor for the Oscar. That was Rob. Goodfellas, De Niro is also a supporting performance, even if he's billed first because he has the star recognition. But boy, I'm gonna go with rewatchability here, and Goodfellas is my favorite Scorsese. So, man, it is not my favorite DiCaprio performance. We'll get to it eventually, but so I'm gonna give it to Goodfellas. Sorry, Django.
All right. Well, Goodfellas is going to take it 4-2, Malcolm. All right. So De Niro takes the edge on that one.
Yeah, Django's great though.
Yeah, very, very good.
Got Cinderella Man up against I Love You, Philip.
A me match.
Yeah, Richie match. We got Caro and Carrie here, but two really good ones. So JPO, what you up first?
Oh no. I love this match a lot here because I've always sang the praises of Philip Morris. I think it's a great, unique performance by Carrie here. It's a different kind of flick. Cinderella Man's really good, but you know what? Again, I'm just going to go for the more, quirkier. It's the one I'd go back to more, honestly. Cinderella Man's really good, but also kind of by the numbers. I love Carrie's performance in Philip Morris after that.
All right. Richie.
Yeah, it's annoying. I guess it's only fair that you had a tough decision that immediately followed by a very
right. You got a tough decision now. Yes.
So I wanted to put I Love You, Philip Morris on there because I think it's kind of underseen. I think it is it's a gem. I think the chemistry between Jim Carrey and Ewan McGregor is great, and it's just not your average Jim Carrey movie. It is funny, but it's also a great kind of heartfelt drama. And the Cinderella Man, well, it's by the numbers. It's got a lot of heart to it, and like Paul Giamatti's great. Obviously, Russell Crowe is amazing. But I might. I agree with JPO here. I might champion the I Love You, Philip Morris, just because because it's just so different from what any other sort of Jim Carrey movies you would probably see. So I'll go I Love You, Philip Morris.
All right, sounds good. Malcolm.
I think I've seen I Love You, Philip Morris once a long time ago, but I don't remember much about it. But I think Cinderella Man is great, so I'm going to vote for the New Zealand actor, Cinderella Man.
All right.
You don't want to start this, Malcolm. I will.
You started it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did, but don't allow facts getting away with a good story.
Yeah, right. I Love You, Philip Morris is another one I need to revisit as well. But I remember really, really liking and loving Carrie and McGregor's chemistry in that movie. I've seen Cinderella Man again very, very recently, and it holds up. It's really, really good, and it's one of his best performances. But I might go with the trend of that Carrie. It's one of his more unique performances in his filmography, and it's a really good one. So I might go with Philip Morris here. Jonathan?
Okay, you kind of put me on a tough spot because Cinderella Man for me is the better movie over I Love You, Philip Morris. However, I think Carrie's performance is more exceptional here because Carrie delivers one of his heartfelt, funnier performances that I can think of recently. I mean, the moment where he evades the police from his office and losing it just cracks me up every time. But I don't rewatch it as much. Cinderella Man I will go to often, but I have championed Cinderella Man a lot and I noticed that with a lot of people in the community. So I'm not going to do this often tonight, but I'm going to champion an underseen film. He and McGregor have good chemistry, so I'll give it to I Love You, Philip Morris. Just for that.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good, Steven.
I love you, Philip.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. That's right. We'll get to him. Yeah.
Yeah. I love you, Philip Morris is a blind spot for me still, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go with Cinderella Man.
Okay. Another close one, Malcolm, but I love you, Philip Morris is gonna take this one 4-2. So there you go.
Last up against Mystery.
Another battle of yours. Yeah, Russell Crowe and Arnie here. All right, well, Richie, you got to make a tough decision. You got to go first. So there you go.
Yeah, Mystery Alaska is just like this gym that's really funny. Russell Crowe doesn't have a big sort of part in it, but he's still really funny. I just love the heart to it as well. I always love the scene where and Russell Crowe's involved in it, where like the opposing team is on the ice and they're getting introduced, and the crowd in unison just start reading the paper, and then the other team come out like but yeah, I think it has a lot of heart to it, and it's a great film. Last Action Hero. I still have no idea why this movie got shit on the way it did when it came out. I think this movie is great, a great sort of. It's really meta. I think it's ahead of its time. It's just a lot of fun. You got Danny DeVito as a cat. Come on, you've got Danny DeVito as a cat. What more do you want? Just because he's got the media sort of role, I will go Last Action Hero. But yeah, Mystery Alaska is great. But I'll go Last Action.
Yeah, fair enough. Malcolm.
Mystery Alaska is great. Like I got to it for the first time when we did Russell Crowe movies on Rankum, and I think it's pretty good. But yeah, Last Action Hero is a lot of fun, and so I'm going Last Action Hero.
Okay. No, he's just sounds a little under the weather. He's appreciate you hanging with us, Malcolm. Sounds a little under the weather. Yeah. Mystery Alaska is another one. I need to revisit that one. I've seen it. It's just been forever. But yeah, because of Russell Crowe killing it in the late 90s, early 2000s, I need to go back and watch that one and get very familiar. But yeah, I agree about Last Action Hero. Shane Black script, John McTiernan directing, that movie was just way ahead of its time. It just wasn't appreciated for the satire that it was, I think, in the 90s. You put that movie out in the 2000s or something, I think it would have killed it. When we were ready for satire of 80s movies and action things like that. So I love Last Action Hero. I'll go with that. Jonathan.
Yeah, I've seen parts of Mystery Alaska, just parts. I haven't seen the whole thing, so I'm just going to count it as one I haven't seen yet. But I'll get to it soon because the Olympics are around the corner. I mean, right now the trials are, are taking place. Last Action Hero is the one I just wrapped up.
Oh, okay.
I had not seen it in its entirety. I've seen the second half where the kid is in the movie, within the movie. But the first half I haven't seen where he's having a hard time in his reality and in a crime-riddled New York. I did not love the first half, but the second half actually was a lot of fun. I think it's a good movie that y'all said it's ahead of its time for sure. If it were tighter, then of course it would have been a great movie. But I'm still gonna vote Last Action Hero. I think it's a fun film, like you said, and Arnold's having a fun time. So I understand why it was that the critics gave it negative reviews. Back then, I understand it a little bit, but I think it's just fun. So Last Action Hero gets my vote.
Yeah, Steven, you're muted.
Muted off the
muted
record
again.
Mm-hmm.
Very hush hush.
All these years,
these
years, I never knew Shane Black was one of the writers of Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So no wonder why the movie is awesome.
Yeah.
Mystery Alaska, I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's pretty good. but I'm definitely going with Last Action Hero.
Okay, and JP.
Yeah, no knocking Mr. Alaska, but I've always loved Last Action Hero. It's kind of funny too. Like, I just grew up organically thinking this movie's fucking awesome, and then later on finding out like, oh, it wasn't loved by everyone, huh? And it didn't make that much money, huh? That's weird. I thought it was awesome, and then now people have kind of again retroactively gone back down like, no, it just kind of maybe just wrong timing and whatnot. Because I think it's so much fun here. I love the world building so much. So, yeah, Last Action Hero for sure.
All right, clean sweep for Last Action Hero. Yeah, fun fact, I think it came out a week after Jurassic Park, so it just got squashed in the box office and was right in the middle of that week, so that didn't help.
Timing.
Yeah.
I think my favorite moment is when I'll be quick. I think the favorite moment is when he's he goes in the blockbuster and he sees like the cavalcade of Sylvester Stallone on Terminator 2 Judgment Day. There you go. There's a
connection there.
Yeah. And then and he goes, "Oh, he was great in it." No, that was you.
Yeah. Malcolm will be up first for T2 and Twister, not for Bill Paxton, which is one of my runner-ups that I considered for my favorite actors, but for Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is actually pretty tough for me because I did actually rewatch the first two Terminator movies this year, as well as watching the rest of the franchise, and I actually liked it more on this rewatch than I did the first time I watched it. But I also watched Twister for the first time this year, and Twister was a lot of fun. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna go slightly more Twister on this.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is another tough choice of two movies that are like in my top 50. Two movies that I adore. Yeah, Arnie's great, and especially the first two Terminator movies. But yeah, man, I've always had a soft spot for Philip Seymour Hoffman and Twister. I love that movie to pieces. I've seen it a couple hundred times, easy. And yeah, him as Dusty is a lot of fun. And yeah, one of his more just kind of goofier comedic roles, but he really steals the show in that movie. So you know what? I'll give it to Twister. Jonathan?
Yeah, I understand. Food. Food. Yeah. Yeah, I just rewatched Twister a few weeks ago, and yeah, it holds up in special effects, characters. Yeah, the love story, it's okay. But no, Philip Seymour Hoffman, yes, he's the one who steals the show. The versatility in that actor's filmography. I mean, we'll get to the rest of his filmography in a little bit, but he's having so much fun with this performance, Dusty. I mean, basically, without him, I think Twister would not be as memorable. I think, in my opinion. Yeah. So yeah, he's part of a great crew. I think Terminator 2, based on this list, I think it is his best performance, though. Arnie's best performance, because he has some heart in that Terminator character. So yeah, I gotta go Terminator 2 based on the performance. He actually makes that movie elevated into a great, not just a great sequel, but a great sci-fi movie. So yeah, sorry, Twister, I gotta give it to Terminator 2.
No, fair enough. Steven?
Yeah, actually, I did rewatch Twister a little bit not too long ago when I was in Florida, because I was just watching TV, and I guess it was like on, I don't remember what channel, probably like AMC or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
So my number one issue with Twister was always the Cary Elwes character.
You mean the character I have an 8x10 signed by Cary Elwes of? How dare you? Anyways.
I just think, a human villain in a movie like that, just not really necessary. And some of his dialogue is kind of cringy. And, like when he, I guess, spoiler for a movie that's like 25 years old or whatever, when he gets him and his driver killed, it just, made me go, oh. But Terminator 2 is one of my all-time favorites, so I will easily go with Terminator 2.
Yeah. JP?
Yeah, I mean, Twister's fun. I might have to revisit it here soon. It has been a while. Very long while, actually. But T2's one of my all-time favorites. Before I was saying my fake vet, I was Arnold my T2 action figure. One of the only action figures I still have, actually. It's here in this room somewhere. I think Arnold's great in it too. Come on, man. Thumbs down the lava, baby. T2.
Yeah, that's right. And Richie.
Yeah, this is obviously really tough. Yeah, Twister's a great, great disaster movie. Second best disaster movie, if you believe rank. But yeah, it's the other one might actually come up here. I just realized.
Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I really love Twister. Yeah, I love Gilson Hoffman's character. And just his introduction. Here I am, rocking like a hurricane. I love his character. I think he's really great. Just the cinematography, everything about I love it. And Terminator 2, it's a kick-ass film. Great sequel. Just a great sequel. Arnie's great in it. One of his better acting performances. So this is tough. Just because I might know this guy. I'll show some love to Twister here.
Okay. Well, that makes it a tie, and we go back to Jonathan for the tiebreaker.
Why did you have to do this to me? Terminator 2.
Okay.
So that's what I was doing. That's all right.
Moving one. All right. I was afraid.
Who knew all you needed to stop a twist was a Terminator?
That's right. Nice.
Oh, Philip.
Capote versus up against Catch Me If You Can.
Okay. All right. So I'm up first. Yeah, no, I've seen Capote once. Philip Seymour Hoffman is very good in it. And yeah, it works kind of in that Trumbo kind of, around that time period way. It's all right. Good performance. But yeah, Catch Me If You Can is, again, Leo's just doing so many cool dynamic things in that movie. The way he kind of bounces in and out of his little mini characters that he's playing throughout, and he can just seamlessly throw it in and out of there. Again, one of his more unique movies and performances. So Catch Me If You Can. Jonathan?
Yeah, this is a very good movie with a great performance. And Capote, he won the Oscar for this role. And but it's not one that, I would revisit, to be honest. I haven't revisited it since it came out. But Catch Me If You Can, it features one of DiCaprio's more underrated performances. I think he's fantastic, both as a charming young guy, and a very clever thief. So DiCaprio delivers a well-rounded performance, very well done. You see that an array of emotion in his character throughout the movie. So I'm gonna go Catch Me If You Can here. This is a great movie.
Yeah, Steven.
Capote is a good movie with a great performance. Catch Me If You Can is a great movie with a great performance. So I'll go with Catch Me If You Can.
Okay. Jordan.
Well, hot damn. Steven summed that up pretty good. I like what he said. I think Hoffman's great. If I had maybe gone with my actors, I might have chosen Hoffman because I love him a lot. But Catch Me If You Can, I think it's just the much more layered movie. It's much more watchable. And like you said, this is the first movie to me that I was really like, oh shit, Leo can cook, because I didn't really see it in Titanic or Romeo and Juliet or The Beach. So this is kind of my first time where I was like, oh shit, this Leo kid, let's watch this guy. So I gotta go Catch Me If You Can.
Richie.
Yeah, I just felt I put Capote on here because it's one that sort of, he's been around for ages before this, but obviously I think it's his first hey, look, I've arrived kind of this is where studios would be like, hey, he's a revelation. Critics would be like, he's a revelation.
Whatever that means. I still don't know what that means. But
he's great in the movie, and it's he carries the movie. But I might do what you did before and vote for your guy, because Catch Me If You Can I think is the more rewatchable film here. I think it is the sort of Leo's hey, I've arrived type movie. Because I think even in Titanic you're sort of still known as that Hollywood heartthrob. So Catch Me If You Can, now this dude can act. And it's just it's a great sort of cat and mouse movie. It feels very it feels very Scorsese before he would team up with Scorsese. So yeah, I'll go catch him if you can. And just a quick recommendation, if you want to say, there's a movie that I didn't expect anything of, but it's sort of a Canadian version of a Canadian type version of Catch Me If You Can. There's a movie called Bandit with Josh Duhamel and Mel Gibson and Alicia Cuthbert. It's actually better than it has any right to be. It's sort of like a biographical film about a dude from a bank robber from like Canada who robbed like over 50 banks or something. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's just I don't know where you can check it out, but I reckon I'll just throw that out there. But yeah, Catch Me.
All right, Malcolm.
Yeah, I had Capote on hold at the library for ages. It still has yet to be returned, so I haven't seen it.
Somebody's just got it sitting on their shelf somewhere and hasn't watched it.
Yeah. But Catch Me If You Can's my like top 100 movies of all time. I love the movie, so I'm gonna go Catch Me If You Can.
All right, well, it's a clean sweep for Catch. All right.
Got the Savages up against the Raging Bull.
All right, some more Philip Seymour Hoffman and De Niro, an Oscar-winning performance. Jonathan.
I haven't seen The Savages. Yeah, this is a blind spot for me. This is one of the few I haven't seen, and I think Raging Bull features De Niro's best performance. So hands down, Raging Bull.
All right, Steven.
Muted.
Man, you went on a roll today.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Savages either, so I'll go with Raging Bull.
All right. Yeah, JPO.
I've seen The Savages just once. I mean, it's a fine, like, in the day of kind of thing, or what I mean, like nice little family drama. But yeah, Raging Bull I think is an all-timer here. Whenever people are like, "Oh yeah, but he's not a good person," I'm like, "Yeah, cool. It's the fucking truly."
That's the point.
So what?
Movies are about good people. Yeah,
You can document bad people.
Yeah. So this is definitely the one, Raging Bull for sure.
For sure. All right, Richie.
Yeah, yeah. This has gone about as the way I thought it was going to. I thought I'd just put Savages on here because I think it's a sort of underrated film. And I think there's great performances. I think the chemistry between Hoffman and Laura Linney is really good. I think Laura Linney in general is underrated actors. Sort of about grief and having to sort of maybe kind of get along with your getting along with your siblings, and there's when you maybe different sort of your personality clash as well. I dealt with that. Me and my sister are very different. I think it's a really good sort of heartwarming film at the end of the day. I recognize Raging Bull is the better overall film, but I just so it's not a shutout, I'll go Savages.
Okay, Malcolm.
Funny enough, Raging Bull is a big blind spot for me. It's one of those ones I've not got around to seeing that I definitely do hope to get around to eventually. And I've actually seen Savages, and I actually think it's a really good drama, so I'm going to go Savages.
Yeah, I saw Savages in the theater. There was when they were trying to make Taylor Kitsch a thing, and yeah, it's just not Oliver Stone's finest hour. Just we're talking about a different movie. Oh, sorry, this is a different Savages. My bad.
Do I not remember this movie?
These Savages.
The Taylor Kitsch. No, this is not the Taylor Kitsch Savages. Gotcha. So that movie's bad. I'll take your word that this Savages is good. I have not seen it, but yeah. It's probably way better. I revisited Raging Bull again very recently, and yeah, I mean, just take it from a acting point of view. Like, he is amazing. He completely embodies Jake LaMotta, and yeah, it's a powerhouse performance from start to finish. And yeah, that argument of like, oh yeah, he's not very likable. Yeah, that's the point. He's a shitty person, and the movie doesn't hold back from saying he's a shitty person. Jake LaMotta said himself, he's a shitty person. Like, it's just it is what it is. Scorsese's good at doing that, just throwing you in their world and saying, no, this is the people I'm going to showcase, and this is who they were. And yeah, we're just going to roll with it. So yeah, I'll go Raging Bull here.
There's literally a movie on the thumbnail which will exemplifies that as well. Well,
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. Scorsese's really good at that. All right. Down to
Got Moneyball up against the Cable Guy.
Well, this is
only
interesting.
That's right. I think that deserves it. All right, so there we go. Steven.
Oh. I do like Moneyball a lot, but it gets a lot of love here, and I think the Cable Guy is an overlooked Jim Carrey performance, and it's really funny.
What? Overlooked?
I'm going to go with the Cable Guy.
Okay. JPM.
No, I mean I know what you're saying. I like many people have kind of come around more on the Cable Guy over the years. I mean, so much so that we actually got a TV commercial with him. Who knew that would ever be a thing when this was a movie that wasn't well loved. But I really love Moneyball. I don't think I can vote for it over Moneyball here. Sorkin script, great performances here. So yeah, I gotta go Moneyball.
Yeah. Or excuse me, Richie. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
these are my picks. You don't go.
I'm sorry. I'm multitasking here. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. It's all good. I feel like Cable Guy again. It's sort of maybe similar to the Last Action Hero. Sort of maybe misunderstood when it came out. I don't know. People are like, oh, is it a comedy? Is it a drama? Like, is it like a kind of a horror film? And the answer is yes. Well then, yeah. But yeah, I think it's just great. It's just very interesting Jim Carrey performance, and I really love it. And yeah, and Ben Stiller directed it. Great, and yeah, I think it does a great job. And Moneyball, yeah, like again, I like these sports movies, and I'm really like baseball. Like I've tried to get into baseball in general. I can't, but this movie definitely made the sort of ins and outs of the the hiring and drafting process really interesting, kind of like Draft Day. So yeah, and I think Philip Seymour Hoffman is definitely a really big stand-up performance in a supporting role. So this is tough. I'll get some love to Cable Guy here just because don't see it that often.
Yeah, for sure. Malcolm.
Yeah, I like Cable Guy enough. I'm not like it's kind of middle of the road for my Carey rankings. But there's a reason Moneyball is the current leader for how moving up the ladder so many times on the ladder series. It's great. So I'm gonna go Moneyball.
Yeah, I revisited Cable Guy not too long ago. Yeah, that movie's a straight up horror movie. Gives me anxiety. People that stalk other people and shit, and just get obsessed. It's weird. And I know what Carrie's going for, but I don't particularly cling on to the performance. I think it ends up being more annoying to me than interesting, just for me personally. So I don't revisit it a lot. But yeah, I think Moneyball's great, and yeah, Hoffman's kind of the anchor of that movie with his back and forth with Brad Pitt, and Clash. So yeah, I'll go Moneyball. Jonathan.
Okay. Should I make this interesting? Just kidding. I haven't seen the Cable Guy because the trailer. I've seen the trailer. I don't know. I saw the trailer, and I'll be quite honest. That trailer does nothing for me. It makes me want to avoid this movie. I just that character just. I think Austin said it. He looks annoying. It's not a character I want to. Follow, to be honest. Moneyball features out of the movies, Richie, that was an interesting choice of Philip Seymour Hoffman performances, because that's one movie that we don't talk about in terms of performances from Hoffman, and he does give a subdued supporting performance as the coach of the athletics team. He's trying his best to manage an underwhelming team. So Hoffman anchors it, like y'all said, and I got to give it to Moneyball. Yeah.
All right, Moneyball takes it. Okay.
Marathon Man up against Titanic.
There you go.
Two more picks. All right. Interesting. All right, so JPO's up first on this one.
Like most cases, when Titanic's up, it's going down. Marathon Man's going to get my vote.
Okay, fair enough. Richie,
is this is Marathon Man the sequel to one that might come up later? With Arnold Schwarzenegger. Running Man.
No.
I know. I'm joking.
Even let's move on. Okay.
That Titanic poster is weird. Yeah, I haven't actually seen Marathon Man. I want to though.
Just now. That is weird.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, Titanic. For some reason, like, we talked about it, but like, it's sort of become in the last few years cool to like think this movie's overrated now. But like, this movie's great. This movie's great, and like it's a great disaster movie. I think the 3 hours like fly by. Great performances by all the actors involved, and so I'll go Titanic. But I give that poster.
I've always hated on it, so I'm not joining the group.
That's all right. Malcolm.
When that poster came out, I was like, yeah, I'm using it. I haven't seen Marathon Man. I don't really know too much about it, to be honest. But Titanic is like in my top 10 movies of all time. I'm going Titanic.
Yeah. I mean, Marathon Man, again, this is 70s Roy Scheider. Just anything you do with 70s is flawless for Scheider. It's great. He's more of a supporting role here, but he's a key role in the movie as Dustin Hoffman's brother, who's like a spy. Something that happens to him kind of really kicks the plot and kind of into high gear. And Laurence Olivier as the doctor or the dentist, which I'm sure you see parodies of the "Is it safe?" type of thing with dental torture. That's this movie. But again, great paranoia, conspiracy kind of thriller from the 70s. Fits right on that mold. If you haven't seen it, it's really, really good. I'm going to vote for it just to give it some love and see what happens. But I do really like Titanic, and this is peak Leo heartthrob, but he's really good in the movie when you just look at the performance. So, I'll go with Marathon Man. Jonathan?
I like Marathon Man. It's a very chilling thriller. I saw it a while ago. However, in terms of billing, yes, he's like second, or third. But I don't remember him that much, to be honest. I think of Dustin, I think of Laurence Olivier, and I think of the main actress as well. I forgot her name, but I think it's Teresa Russell. I don't remember, but because of what, I'm just gonna say spoilers. That's it. I think that because of that, I cannot vote Marathon Man because I don't think he's as memorable compared to these other co-stars. Whereas Titanic, I think Leo, he's definitely very charming in a memorable performance. I mean, he utters these quotes with great panache, and you like him, you adore him, you sympathize with him, even when he's with Kate Winslet there. So I'm going to give the vote to Titanic here.
All right, Steven.
Marathon Man is a movie I actively avoid because I won't watch anything that involves torture, pulling teeth out. So I'm going with Titanic.
Okay, fair enough.
Steven, it is safe to watch.
Yeah, it is safe. Yes, it is.
Your teeth aren't gonna fall out just by watching.
I don't like watching torture of people having teeth put out, even though it's a different type of torture. But like the scene in Syriana when George Clooney gets his toenails taken out. That's another scene that it reminds me of.
Well, don't watch Corbin Burnson's dentist movies. Dentist and the Dentist 2, which I have on Blu-ray. Titanic wins, Malcolm.
I do want to rewatch Marathon Man, though. Yeah,
it's really good. Really good.
Running Man.
Running Man.
There's Running and another. This is it.
Commando. Okay. Double dose of 80s Arnie nonsense. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Richie?
So as you might know if you watch, if you're a frequent your tournament fights, that for the longest time, Running Man was a blind spot. and now I've seen it 3 times.
I told you you'd like it, and you kept putting it off. Damn it. What's wrong with you?
Look, it has Jesse Ventura as a fitness instructor in Spanish. It's just, what more could you want? Mr. Freedom, and this movie is ridiculous, but it's fun. That's what I want from Arnie movies. They're fun. Like it's just peak Arnie doing this weird and stupid, like corny catchphrases. What a hothead! And it just and but it's just I like the premise. Apparently, we're getting a remake with Edgar Wright. That's going to be interesting with Glenn Powell because they're bound and determined to make him a thing. They're going to make him a thing. Damn it!
He's really fucking talented.
I know, but like, I know he's talented, but like, they're very.
Well, it sounds like you're pissed that he's being a thing all of a sudden.
They're not subtle about making people a thing. Sometimes.
What are you being subtle about?
Shut up.
What do you think? You risk oversaturation when you put somebody in everything in a quick, rapid succession because they did like one good performance. Like you risk like it's the Sam Worthington, Taylor Kitsch, whatever thing of like you risk that. It can work and it can not work. It might work with Glenn Powell. He's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, but he might.
Anyways, let's keep moving. Anyways,
Commando is really great. Just it's time. I mean, quintessential sort of 80s stuff. But I really love it as well. So this is tough. But just because I got new love for it, I'm gonna go The Running Man.
Okay. Malcolm.
Speaking of people who've been putting The Running Man off for ages after Austin keeps suggesting it, I've also seen it recently. I saw it for the first time when we did Arnie movies on Rankin, and it's such a great movie. I should have watched it the first time Austin suggested it. And I've seen Commando. I think it's great, but I'm gonna go The Running Man.
Yeah. No, I knew you guys would like it. You're wrestling fans. There's a lot of wrestling influence all over that movie. I mean, the stalkers have their own entrances and themes and all kinds of stuff, and they have their own characters. Like they even say that kids love wrestling. They love violence, whatever. Like, that movie's great. Kind of ahead of its time again. But I am okay with a remake. Like I'm okay with them doing a remake. It could use an update. So, I love The Running Man, so I'll go with that.
Toru Tanaka is Sub-Zero. Is a character called Sub-Zero.
Yep. Jonathan?
This is a tough choice for an odd reason. They're both goofy movies. Not great performances, but at least he's having a blast. Why the heck not? Just make it quick. The Running Man. I mean, Commando, I've seen it before. I mean, better with Taken, and The Running Man, I have seen it before, better with Battle Royale. But why not? The Running Man.
Yeah. Steven?
I've never really been a fan of The Running Man, to be honest. But it has been a long time since I've seen it. But to me, it was always kind of But Commando was fun, so it's a great guilty pleasure. So I'll be the lone vote for Commando.
All right, and Jacob.
Then along comes Steve and Downer. They were like, Running Man, so much fun, so much fun.
Nah.
No, I did Running Man. I actually need to rewatch both of these. It's been quite a long time. I'm not even sure if I've even seen Commando like beginning to end. It's been so long. I just know, big Arnie rotation when I've grown up. But Running Man's the one that's gonna stick out to me here.
All right, Running Man takes it.
Some of the stuff in Commando does not hold up, by the way.
Chase the driver.
Jesus Christ, motherfucker!
One's looking one way, the other one's looking the other way.
Damn it! All right,
who's first?
Malcolm, and then me. Damn it! All right.
This is actually. I mean, this is actually low key easy for me. Like, I do like Test Drive. I think it's good. But Godfather Part 2 is my favorite movie of all time. So Godfather Part 2.
Okay. No, fair enough. Yeah, no, this is like again quintessential De Niro here. Two great '70s performances. We talked about Scorsese, yeah, putting you in the point of view of an unsavory character. You know, it just is what it is. Yeah, Taxi Driver's dark, but I've grown to really appreciate it over the years and the craftsmanship. But yeah, Godfather 2, man. Like I saw it again in theaters recently. Like all the stuff with De Niro is my favorite stuff in the movie. Like I think he's just dynamite in that role, and he just absolutely kills it. And he's just so meticulous in everything he does, and he's great. So yeah, this is both top notch De Niro, but I'll give the slightest to Godfather 2. Jonathan.
How could you, randomizer? How could you?
Yeah, I know. Jeez, why couldn't it be like Godfather 2 and Cable Guy? You know?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no, like because Cable Guy out the way, right? No, just
yeah.
Yes. Or Commando. I don't know. Y'all said it. They're both top tier performances. Great performances. But came to my thinking, we have a lot of Scorsese, and we don't have many Coppola films. So I loved him as Travis Bickle. It is one of my favorite performances. But we have one Coppola movie here, so I'm going to give it to The Godfather Part 2 just for that reason. He is great at accomplishing, doing a performance, that is embodying Marlon Brando's performance of Vito Corleone and portraying his own version of young Vito Corleone. So, yeah. The Godfather Part 2.
Yeah. Well, I almost picked Robin Williams, so you could have had Jack.
If you would have picked that for one of his best, that would have been weird.
I would question that. I would question that before we would.
Right. Steven.
I will go with, in this case, movie over performance, and say Godfather 2.
Okay. JVO.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for both Godfathers here. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Godfather 2 here. So.
Okay. No, that's fine. Richie?
Yeah, I have a lot of love for the great sort of character study of Travis Bickle and just how that I think he's a fascinating character and and it's one of his best performances and still holds up. But yeah, I don't know, I just can't go past Godfather, and we've got to I think we got to take advantage of going over putting Godfather through. But now Jordan's not here to not vote for it. So so Godfather Part 2.
All right. So Godfather Part 2 takes clean sweep.
Yeah, that was tough.
Hey, there's another movie that I think is overrated that I think needs to go far.
Oh crap!
Jesus Christ!
What the heck?
It's how the randomize it.
Is all of De Niro going to be on this side? What the hell? I got nothing left. You got 2 left. And by the way, we've seen no Stallone yet. I've got 8 Stallone movies. We haven't seen a single one yet.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh. So, all right. Yeah, Heat and Casino. Fuck me. And I got to go first. God damn it.
Yes. Thank you.
Son of a bitch. Because I think De Niro in kind of a movie that's similar to Goodfellas or Casino, I think he's better in Casino as Ace, and he's more at the front, and yeah, he just carries that movie start to finish, and just really, he's really dynamic in it. But damn, he's good in Heat too. Obviously the scene with Pacino, and yeah, it's just, he's so good in both of these, and they both came out the same year. Also, what the hell? That's not fair. That's not fair. Let's do 2 amazing movies in 1 year. I don't mind either one going through. I'll give a slight edge to Casino just because it doesn't come up a lot. But that's my only reasoning. Jonathan?
You did randomize it, right, Malcolm? I mean,
yeah.
All right. Okay. Fuck. Casino. Yes, I think it's one of De Niro's more underrated performances in Scorsese filmography. The collaboration, because you're right, he's front and center. Although I think it runs out of steam in its third act a little bit. I think it just wears it down a little bit. But it's a very good movie. It is one of those movies that I rewatch. It's one of the faster 3-hour movies for sure. Brutally violent. Although I think Pesci kind of steals it. Sometimes Sharon Stone, an actress I do not care for as often. Heat. He's a cold character. He is tough. Shit. Heat.
Okay. All right, Steven.
I love Casino, but this is actually not as hard for me as it is for you guys because I really love Heat. So I'm going with Heat.
Okay.
As both the better movie and the better performance.
All right, fair enough. JPO?
I'm with Steven again. Still the words from my mouth. Movie and performance, I'm going Heat. I think it's a little more layered. I think the movie's better. I think it sings along a little bit better. Casino, I feel the length in this particular Scorsese one. So yeah, Heat is my jam.
All right, Richie.
Yeah, I probably I think I'll just go for the one I've seen more of, which is Heat. I think it's just a great heist film, and I sort of get more out of the performance. I think he's just does such a great job as this cold Caro said, there's sort of cold as ice sort of killer. So I'll go Heat.
All right, and Malcolm.
Yeah, I like both these movies. I think they're really great for different reasons. I'm gonna go slightly to Casino.
Okay, close one there, but Heat will move on there. But I hate the wheel right now. It sucks.
Yeah, I will say there's at least one more matchup coming up that you'll question if I just randomize it. But
yeah, right. No, it's fine.
Oh,
there we go. There's some Stallone.
Stallone.
Well, technically Stallone and technically De Niro as well. I didn't.
Oh, that's right.
Oh. Yeah, he's got a De Niro in his mustache. That's right. Yeah, Inception. So 2 more of mine. But we're back down to Jonathan.
Okay, so I like Copland. I don't love Copland, even though it features one of Stallone's better performances. I actually liked him as the town sheriff. Yeah, he's very good in it. Inception, while great in its scope, I think it features one of DiCaprio's underrated performances as a conflicted widow architect who's also a father who wants to get back to his children. I mean, he's desperate to get back to his children in America. So there's desperation during his job or his one last job. And this is another heist movie, Mind Heist. So, I think Inception is the better movie. I think Copland was a little disappointing in terms of expectations, but I'm going to go Inception.
All right, Steven.
I'm going with Copland. I think Copland is great. Inception is great too, but I just love Copland more.
Yeah. JPO.
Oh, yeah, this is an interesting one because now that is a little bit of a performance movie thing. I like Copland, but I don't know if it's quite next level as much as Inception is. And Inception is also a sneaky, really good performance doing it. So I'll say Inception.
Yeah, fair enough. Richie?
Yeah, I think Copland's great, but I've only really seen it like once. So I need to do a rewatch of it. It's been a while. Inception, I've gone back to a few times. I think it's just a great Nolan film, and it's sort of before he kind of got a bit too pretentious. I think I think it's still very it's still very accessible and very it looks amazing. The acting is great. It's sort of visually sort of striking, and I think it's just a really well done film. So I'm going to go Inception.
Okay, Malcolm.
Copland is the second James Mangold movie that came out has come up tonight. So you also did Treat Into You, man. I actually watched Copland for this because I was scrolling through Netflix and saw it was on there. It's like, oh, that was on Austin's list. I'll watch it. I quite enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun, but unfortunately, it has to go up against Inception. I think Inception's great. I think it's probably my second favorite Nolan movie now after Oppenheimer, so I'm gonna go Inception.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I mean Inception is great. I mean, yeah, not much to say. Everybody loves Inception, and for good reason. Yeah, DiCaprio is awesome at it. Yeah, I just wanted to champion Copland like for Stallone because again, it's the complete opposite of everything else you've ever seen him in. Yeah, just really quiet, performance. Yeah, and him kind of getting in the middle of this corrupt system and whatnot. I like police corruption movies, and yeah, with De Niro and Liotta and all these guys, him just beating him down and until he just kind of can't take it anymore. It's really really good. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, he's amazing in Copland. Even so that they, there was talks of him even back then, getting nominated for an Oscar in '97, and it just didn't happen, unfortunately. But yeah, he's great. So I would give
still that one too. That son of a bitch.
Yeah, not that year. I'd have to see who was kind of nominated around that year, but I just know they talked about it and just didn't happen. So yeah, damn Mark Rayland.
Leota's great in it as well.
Yeah,
I like Leota a lot.
Really good cast.
Sandler.
Punch Drunk Love, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Okay, so an Adam Sandler movie, but the serious one with Hoffman, and then the goofy Jim Carrey. Steven.
That's the Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really. I mean, if this was the second Ace Ventura, this would be harder for me.
I get that.
Just don't like that. Yeah, I don't understand that either. Jim Carrey would not understand that logic.
I don't understand. I don't. I mean, not that I don't understand, but I'm not a big fan of the first Ace Ventura. So it's Punch Drunk Love very easily for me.
Okay, fair enough.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman is great in it. So
yes. JV.
There's a round here. Yeah, I mean, first of all, shout out to Philip Seymour Hoffman for having the most, out of his screen time here. It's not in it that much here, but you definitely remember him and you definitely feel him while he's there. Jim Carrey, hey, maybe some critics didn't love it, but I think the fans loved it, and I fell in love with Ace Ventura. I mean, yeah, we're going for real acting here. It's also the first time. Oh, we're not talking about center, I guess, but I'll go Punch Drunk Love.
Okay, Richie.
For the cast in general is not like huge. It doesn't have a huge cast list. But yeah, I was surprised you didn't say I'll go for Punch. Stephen, I was surprised you didn't say I'll go for Punch Drunk Love because it's got Muriel and Rice Cub in it, who's in 24.
But I didn't need to. You did for me.
There you go. I shouldn't have to do your job for you. But yeah, all good. Yeah. I think I think that sort of there is a theme here with certain certain actors. We've talked about it like modern day with Jesse Plemons, who I actually thought about with this, where sometimes he's not in like a lot of the movie, but he makes the most of his minutes, and like with Jesse Plemons' Civil War recently, and I think with Punch Drunk Love, he makes most of his minutes as a dude who owns a mattress store. I think he's amazing in this movie. I think this movie's great. I relate. I don't know if it's good or bad thing, but I do relate a lot to Adam Sandler's character in this film. Pet Detective is, I think it's the better Ace Ventura movie by far. Do not understand the appeal in Angel Calls. I think that was a giant step down. But yeah, I think that obviously there's some things that don't hold up, but I think in general it's a really fun movie, and it's it showcases perfectly showcases Jim Carrey's charisma, his abilities, and his physical comedy. But yeah, I think at this juncture, I'll probably go Punch Drunk Love.
All right. Yeah, Malcolm.
Somewhere out there, there's probably someone who prefers Ace Ventura Jr. Over both.
Jesus,
Human being doesn't exist.
I mean, they haven't revealed themselves yet, but
no.
Chris Scott, what's your opinion? Chris Scott.
5 out of 5 plus for Ace Ventura Jr. It's great.
Amazing.
But with that, Ace Ventura Detective, I think is great. Like, it's definitely one of his great movies that came out in the same year. That's as two other ones that are coming up at some stage. Yeah, Punch Drunk Love is definitely up there in my Sandler ranking, so I'm gonna go Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah, Steven, you're slacking on your 24 references because I thought you would have brought up that Heat has Dennis Haysbert, who was the president on 24, as the driver. So
I'm not sure, but he has such a huge cast. I think there might be one or two other actors.
John Voight also is in Heat, and he's on 24. So, yeah, I'll go Ace Ventura here and give us a low because I do think it's one of Carrie's again, just super dynamic, just really funny performances. I haven't seen Punch Drunk Love in a while, and I don't remember a lot of Hoffman saying. I think he's like his boss or something like that. Like I think, but yeah, I'll go Ace Ventura. Jonathan,
he's on the sex hotline, guys.
Yeah. Is he? I can't remember.
Yeah, he's
like the villain of the movie.
Yeah, he's basically the sex hotline fraud. Yeah, basically, he runs I think a mattress store.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. I do agree. The first one is better than the second one. I laugh at this one a lot, even though there's stuff that I shouldn't laugh at, but I just couldn't help. I cannot help it. But yeah, this would have definitely been rated R today. But Punch Drunk Love, yeah, Hoffman is not in it as much, but his presence is. It's when we get to the first scene between Sandler and the woman who answers the hotline, and yeah, he's right there in the background. So, and it has one of the best phone call scenes of all time. So, and Punch Drunk Love it's a really good movie with some of my favorite performances from their careers, Sandler's, Watson's, and Luis Guzman's. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Punch Drunk Love.
All right, Punch Drunk Love.
Underrated movie by PTA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually surprised you, Richie, selected this one over one other one that he's featured prominently.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's a blind spot. I mean, not a blind spot. I just admitted that. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Oh well, shit happens.
Right, we've got Rambo.
Get the fuck out of here! Come on. Son of a bitch. All right, fine. I guess I believe you. All right, Chippy.
Yeah,
Rambo, which is Rambo 4 versus First Blood. Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what I was double checking. I thought so.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever, weirdly enough, I don't know if I've ever seen the first Rambo, but I've seen 4, so I'll go 4.
Okay, fair. Richie.
Yeah, no, I want a camera on you when you do this randomizer. I think you just did this for funsies.
I've had goofy shit like that too, and it's happened. It's weird.
This is weird.
The Rambo series is weird because I think the first Rambo is great. I think the kind of was it the remake or continuation called Rambo as well? Was it called Rambo?
That's what that one is. That's what we're looking at. Yes.
The remake is it?
Well, it's not a remake. It's just a continuation.
Continuation.
It came out around the time of Rocky Balboa. It's just a
continuation. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. No, I see what you mean. Yeah.
A couple years after.
But yeah, I think both these movies. Yeah. So, yeah, and I don't mind the last one that came out, Last Blood. But yeah, I'll go First Blood though, because that's obviously I think the first one's still the best though. First Blood.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen Last Blood yet or not, but I've definitely seen the first 4 Rambo movies. And yeah, to me it's just kind of that, like the first one's the best, so go First Blood. I'm not a big fan of the other ones.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think most people, prefer, the performance of First Blood. He's really, really good in it. Yeah, it's, again, kind of ahead of its time with the PTSD stuff, in Vietnam, and he's really good. I just always defend the fourth one as well, because I think most people kind of remember the carnage of the last half an hour or so. But actually, the first hour or so, like, Stallone's performance, he's really quiet and like, subdued and just kind of living this peaceful life. And he does a lot of acting with his eyes and his face and things like that with that. So I wanted to include it just to showcase it. And I think people kind of forget that because it gets overshadowed later in the movie. But I'll also give it a First Blood. Yeah, the monologue at the end is really, really good. So I'll go with that.
Did you have blood?
Yeah, nothing is over. Nothing. Yeah, it's really good. Jonathan.
Okay, this is funny because I have not seen the second or the third one, but I've seen them out of order for some reason. I've seen the first one and I've seen the fourth one, and I've seen parts of the fifth one. I actually just saw the ending of Last Blood of the fifth movie, so I remember what happens in that part. What happens to someone's poor heart? Let's just say that. First Blood. Let's move on.
Okay, Stephen.
Yeah, I'm not huge on this franchise, but the first one is a legitimately good movie.
Okay, fair enough. All right, First Blood moves on.
I will say there's other movies that Austin had on this list alone that I was going to do the same thing. So,
Was it going to be Rocky versus Rocky Balboa or something? I don't know.
All right. Nobody's seen the 7-Up except me, so put Liar Liar through, and I'll just give it a 20-second pitch. All right, sounds good.
Yeah, Liar
Liar.
Go ahead, Austin.
Is that like that documentary?
No,
I would actually go with the 7-Up.
I know it's not. I'm joking.
I would actually go with the 7-Ups over Liar Liar personally.
But
of course,
Liar Liar's gonna win. Liar Liar's gonna win.
Liar Liar is actually one of my favorite comedies.
I might even vote Liar Liar, but 7-Ups is basically French Connection if Roy Scheider was in the lead instead of the supporting role. There you go. All right, it's really good.
Okay.
Really good 70s cop movie. So check it out.
Let's see.
That's one I actually saw today.
Yeah.
I think this
is this round.
Next ASAT. What soft drink movie started?
Oh, speaking of the French Connection.
Oh, well, there you go. There's French Connection. And fucking Predator. Shit. All right.
Yeah.
Damn it. All right. Richie.
I'm more of a French Connection 2 guy. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I mean, this was slightly tough, but yeah, no, but I don't know, like one of the first movies, but other than Terminator, I think when you think of Arnie is Predator. I think Predator is amazing. Again, Jesse Ventura, but good team up, good Loki team up. But yeah, I think it's great film, great action. Yeah, I mean, they've tried to, try doing sequels and remakes to this day, and I don't think anyone's like touched the first one. I know, you got love for the second one. I do too, but I think this one's just I just think this one's the best. And yeah, French Connection's fun, it's classic, but I'm gonna go Predator.
All right. Reminds me, I got my Predator 2 T-shirt in the mail today. I'll have to wear it soon. Anyways, Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the French Connection. I don't know what it is. I've tried tries to sort of watch and appreciate it. I like bits and pieces of it. But I really do I like the Predator a lot, so I'm gonna go with Predator.
No, we're voting on Predator, not the Predator. With Shane
Black. God, no.
Yeah, and not let you take a
My vote would be different if that was the movie.
Yeah, right. No, I mean, it's funny because even in this case, I'm probably still going to vote for Predator because that's just one of my favorite movies of all time. But yeah, again, I just wanted to show love for Scheider in French Connection. He gets really overshadowed by Gene Hackman, giving kind of the bigger performance, but like as his partner. Throughout the movie, like he's given a really nice kind of quiet performance that Hackman's able to kind of bounce off of as he's sort of learning from him and whatnot, and bouncing off of what he's doing and kind of pushing back on it a little bit, some of his tactics. So yeah, I love 70s crime movies, especially one set in New York. It's just such a fascinating character kind of within the thing. So still much love to Scheider. Again, you can't go wrong with anything from 70s there. So but I'll vote for Predator because I do think Arnie's actually is one of his better performances as well. I think he's really good in Predator. So yeah, Jonathan.
Yeah, the last shot in Predator, it really conveys his experience throughout the movie. That very last shot. So I think that moment features one of his best acting performances for sure. I hadn't seen the French Connection until today.
Really?
Yeah, this was a big blind spot, especially one that won Best Picture, and I liked it very much. Yeah, Scheider Yeah, he did get nominated for this movie. Yeah, for supporting actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's heavily featured in the first half, though, but because he disappears a lot in the middle of the movie, and then once we get to the chase, he's there again. Yeah, he's very good. Although he's overshadowed by Hackman, who is the great performance right there, his Oscar-winning performance. Yeah, I liked it a lot. It is a calculated, patient procedural, and then it becomes an awesome chase movie, foot and card. But yeah, Predator. Yeah, I gotta go Predator as well. I mean, it is a great 80s action movie and one that I rewatch. So yeah, it's essentially Alien in the Jungle. So Predator.
Yeah.
I want that French Connection poster, by the way, though. No,
it's cool poster, though. Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
So the French Connection is probably the better movie, but Predator is the one that I've seen more and just kind of enjoy more. So I'll go with Predator.
Yeah. JPO?
I don't agree with that as the better movie. I think, again, movies, especially in different genres, should be put up against each other in that kind of vein. Because Predator, for what it's trying to be, it's pretty fucking perfect. I love Predator. I'm going to go Predator.
Yeah, no, I agree with JPO. Just because it's an action movie doesn't mean it's not a great movie.
It's like you're saying, like, sorry, you're not trying to little heighty, so you're not as good. No, it's an action movie. And for an action movie, it's top notch.
But it's top tier, fucking S tier action. Yeah,
they're both terrific in their own different ways.
Yeah, in their own genres. Yeah, in their own dynamics.
I just hate when everyone's like, it's not a drama, so it's not as good. Well, come on.
Yeah. Predator takes a clean sweep, Malcolm.
Is there a particular website you get your t-shirts, movie t-shirts from, Pez? I always wanted that.
Oh yeah, no, my Jaws one tonight's like a comic book.
I swear, it's Rocky Balboa. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. No. TeePublic, because you can look up any movie and they have t-shirts.
Oh yeah, I've got stuff there. Yeah.
I just got a Predator 2 shirt and an Invasion of the Body Snatcher shirt that I didn't get in time to wear last night. So.
Okay.
All right.
I apologize in advance, Piers. We got Rocky versus Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, so this is that's a conglomeration poster, but is it the original movie?
Yeah,
right?
The poster's confusing.
Okay, yeah, the poster's like a franchise poster.
But we're voting on Rocky 1.
Just Rocky 1, right? Yeah. Okay, Rocky 1.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize that until I looked into it now.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm seeing Dolph and Hogan.
Yeah. Thunder Lips is on the poster. Yeah, okay. No, I chose the original Rocky, and then Wall Street. So yes, Malcolm.
Yeah, I quite like Rocky. I think it's great, but Wolf of Wall Street is just one of those movies that I've watched more times. Now I've liked it more and more every time I watch it. So I'm gonna go Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, this is super tough because again, the original Rocky, you go back and just Stallone, like just giving this everyman really good performance and paralleled his real life at the time is really, really good. And yeah, I mean, you can kind of feel it, and he's just embodies that character. But damn, I also feel like Leo could have won the damn Oscar for Wolf of Wall Street. He's so freaking good in Wolf of Wall Street. He's so good. The scene on the Quaalude scene alone, where he's trying to get into in his Lambo, is amazing. And he's phenomenal in it. And again, Scorsese, showcasing unsavory people, but that's who they were, and he's being honest about it. And honestly, even Jordan Belfort, the real guy, said, no, it was way worse than what we showed in the movie. Way worse. And they didn't even go as far as they could have gone. So, I'll go Wolf of Wall Street, but much love for Rocky, obviously. Jonathan?
Yeah, Rocky's great. Rocky, I think in terms of Stallone's great talents, I think it's as a writer, it's his stronger movie than an acting performance. Yeah, he's getting started, but there are moments of his performance that really stand out, like the scene, the meeting in his apartment with him and Mickey, like he's not good enough or something like that, and he's banging on the door. But Wolf of Wall Street, this is my favorite DiCaprio performance, and you just said it, Austin. The scene where he gets out of his car, it is gold. Oh man, that sequence is gold. Actually, all of the scenes with him are gold. And yeah, you're right. This is the one that should have garnered him the Oscar. Yeah, it's an incredible performance and an incredible movie. So, The Wolf of Wall Street.
it was just a stacked year at the Oscars that year. So
it was McConaughey, right? Yeah,
McConaughey. Yeah. So yeah, they were real.
And Chiwetel Ejiofor was great too.
Yeah, Steven.
So Wolf of Wall Street is not necessarily my favorite DiCaprio performance, but it's one that still definitely sticks out from him just because it's a very energetic performance. It's also probably one of his more overtly comedic performance at times. And he is pretty mesmerizing in it. Rocky is in my top 20, top 25. But you know what? I'll go performance over a movie this time around, and I'll go with Wolf of Wall Street. I don't love it as much as you guys do because I do think it's kind of long.
Man, it's the fastest 3-hour movie ever made. Period. Ever. That movie flies by.
It's not that the movie's boring. It's not boring, but I did sometimes feel the length a little.
It's overindulgent, just like Jordan Belfort was. It's intentional. JPO voted for Wolf in the private chat. He said he'd be back in a minute. So, but Richie?
Yeah, it took me a while to realize what he meant. I said, Wolf, I'm not back. Do you want me to actually Wolf?
Jack Nicholson movie?
I love Rocky, and it's a great story about how it how it got made, and I think it's a stellar movie that obviously holds up. It's always going to hold up. But Wolf of Wall Street, I think, was my favorite Scorsese movie. I reference the Quaalude scene in my stand-up, just about I just talk about this drunken story where I had to crawl up a grassy hill, and I equate it to the Quaalude scene in Wolf of Wall Street, and that always works because people know exactly what you're talking about. So
fucking babies make it look so easy. Damn it!
I know. I got older knees now. But it's great. Just the debauchery and the actual the absolutely just insanity of it all. I thought one of Jonah Hill's best performances as well. He took minimum SAG just to work with SAG wage just to work with Scorsese, which is cool. I like when he just gets mad at that dude and eats the goldfish. But in great cameo, a short cameo by Matthew McConaughey, who had a great year that year, evidently. I'm gonna go Wolf of Wall Street.
All right, Wolf takes a sweep.
Wolf Sweep.
Did you guys get my vote for that Jack Nicholson movie?
Yeah, that's what we marked it down for. Yeah, right. Wolf. Yeah, with Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, good stuff. No. All right. Terminator and Creed 2. Okay. Yeah. So, all right, I'm up first. Yeah, I chose Creed 2 over Creed just because I'm a Creed 2 fan, even over the original Creed, and I again think Stallone's just as good in Creed 2 as he is in the original one. Just really passing that torch, to Michael B. Jordan. There's little things he does in that movie that just his performance is really good. If you watch the scene with him and Drago when he first comes in the restaurant, there's little things that Stallone's doing in that scene that performance-wise that I think are interesting. I chose that. But I don't know, man. The original Terminator movie is like a top 20 movie for me of all time, and I think Arnold's incredible as this uncaring robot. So as a movie, I'll go Terminator. Actually, I'll vote against my own pick. So Jonathan.
Yeah, this is interesting. Sly versus Arnie here. I'm not as crazy about the first Terminator. I understand he's the killer in the movie. Yeah, he's the Terminator and he's menacing throughout the film. But I don't go back and rewatch it as often as the second movie, because for some reason I don't. But I think that the stand-up performances are really Linda Hamilton and Michael Biehn. They're really front and center. It's an interesting choice that you selected Creed 2. Stallone's performance is also really good in comparison with the first Creed. There's some subtle mannerisms of anger and heat that you don't that we see again and we missed from that old Rocky in the first 5 Rocky movies. Rocky 4, especially. But I'm gonna go Creed 2.
Okay, fair. Steven?
So I actually do love Creed 2 more than the first one. But if we're going by his acting, I do think the first Creed is a little bit of a better showcase for him, probably because of the whole cancer storyline. I love the Terminator, but that gets a lot of love. The Terminator franchise in general gets, well, the first 2, I should say, get a lot of love in tournament fights. So I'll show some love to Creed 2.
Okay. JP?
No, it's a good round. I showed my love for T2 earlier here, so I do love the franchise. And yeah, as Jonathan kind of said too, it's kind of a way slower burn here in the first one here. Kind of almost a straight up horror film, really, to a degree. The first one, kind of like Alien and Aliens, I think, to a degree, where just the second one, again, Cameron just went, let's get fucking ballsy. Let's go, set pieces and action and whatnot. So I like it, but yeah, not as much as the second one for sure. And yeah, I love the Creed franchise. I don't think it's had a bad one yet. And I think especially with a little bit of the performance in the back mind too. I think Arnold's fine as a robot, but he's just kind of being a one-note robot. So I'm gonna say Creed 2 will get this one for me.
Okay. Yeah, Richie.
Aren't robots by definition one note? No. But anyway.
He's a cyborg, not a robot. I will not have this blasphemy. Anyways.
I'm sorry. They're rage infected. They're not zombies. Shut up.
Yeah. Hey, that's my job.
I love Creed 2. I haven't worked out which is my favorite out of the 3, but I do have a love for Creed 2. And I think Stallone's performance is really good. In the Terminator, I think it's through Austin's love of it that I've gone and watched it back, and I'm neck and neck as to which one I like more in the franchise, 1 or 2. But I just think it's like a great sort of great horror movie, to be honest. So it's just tough, but I'll stick with Terminator.
Okay, and Malcolm.
As I said earlier, I've only sort of just come round on the Terminator, so I haven't quite got to sort of loving it a lot yet. But I've kind of come around to that it is a good movie. But Creed 2 is my favorite in the whole of the Rocky franchise. So I'm gonna go Creed 2.
Okay, all right. Some love for that. There you go.
A little bit of an upset.
Yeah, a little bit. But I'm cool with it.
Ooh, got Man on the Moon up against Sorcerer.
Ooh,
hey, Sorcerer.
I like this matchup.
All right, Jonathan, you go first on this one.
I like this one. 2 underrated movies here. Man on the Moon. I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember it very fondly, and I liked it a lot. One of Milos Forman's underappreciated movies with an underrated performance from Carey. He is phenomenal as a Kaufman, right?
Yeah, Andy Kaufman. Yep.
Yeah. He's great. He's terrific. Wonderful performance. Yeah, that 1999, that was a stacked year for Best Actor. I don't know who to replace, to be honest, and it was tough. Sorcerer. I watched it last year. That was one of my favorite first-time watches last year. It's a great movie. And they base all these 4 guys go on a risky journey, risky odyssey, and it's quite dangerous. And you definitely feel that tension within different barriers throughout the jungle as well. This is a tough call for me. I'm gonna vote Sorcerer. Yeah, this is a great Scheider Friedkin film. Yeah, this is the second one, right?
Second collaboration.
Scheider and Friedkin. I'm gonna go Sorcerer. Yeah, it's a great movie.
Steven.
I started watching Sorcerer today, but I only got about halfway through. But I definitely will want to finish it because so far it's pretty good.
Oh, it only gets better in the second half. You're just not even there yet. So it only gets better.
But Jim Carrey gives one of my favorite performances in Man on the Moon. I can't not vote for Man on the Moon.
For sure. JPU?
I think Henry has Sorcerer on his Voodoo, so I'll have to get to it. I know you've sang its praises before, but I've only seen Man on the Moon. I think it's really good. To another snub Oscar nomination for
Actually
Carrey,
on
which is
YouTube.
fantastic in this. Absolutely in the role. Well, there you go. It's on the tubes. So yeah, but Man on the Moon get my vote tonight.
No, for sure. Fair enough. Richie?
Yeah, Man on the Moon obviously is in my wheelhouse because I became familiar with Andy Kaufman through wrestling because of the all the stories about the Jerry Lawler Letterman scenario I think it's just fascinating. It's fascinating how he if you ever watch Jim and Andy, the documentary, where Jim, in order to get into character, he's an asshole. He's a piece of shit. But just to get it pays off, I guess, because he's really, really good in the movie. In the supporting cast, Courtney Love is decent in the movie as well. I think it's just a really, really, really good film, and I haven't seen Sorcerer yet, so I'll go Man on the Moon.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, if I'd more time, I would have checked out Man on the Moon before this. I haven't actually seen either of these movies. Honestly, they both sound pretty good. So I feel bad for Roy Schreider. He's had bad luck in this, so I'm going to vote Sorcerer.
Okay. I have a lot of love for Man on the Moon as well. I did a college term paper on Andy Kaufman, so I'm a giant Andy Kaufman fan. He definitely embodies him and did his thing. Like, he was really, really good. But again, Roy Scheider, it's another Sorcerer's movie you guys know I've championed over and over again on here. We did a Wheel of Movies on Sorcerer when William Friedkin passed away because I just wanted to champion it even more. And so we did a deep dive on there. I've been a big fan of it ever since my dad got me into it, and then I bought the Blu-ray. Awesome movie. One of the sweatier movies you'll ever see. Everybody in the movie's just drenched in sweat the whole movie because they're down in South America. But again, really gritty, like nice Scheider performance. You feel his stress and everything through the whole movie. I'll give some love to Sorcerer, as I always do on here whenever it pops up. But we have a tie, and we haven't had one in a while, but we go to Steven for the tie.
I gotta go with Man on the Moon. Stick with Man on the Moon.
I can't get any luck on these shows. Damn it. I can't ever get any momentum going for it. Damn.
I had to look up who was nominated that year, and I'll tell you who you take out for Jim Carrey. Sean Penn and Sweet and Lowdown.
I haven't seen that movie.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah,
I like that movie, but I didn't love it.
Oh man,
what is that one?
L.A. Confidential.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, damn it.
Shit. Question. You know what, Malcolm? I know this movie's not on this list, but Cruz would say, "I'm quietly judging you."
Oh boy, L.A. Confidential. All right, so Russell Crowe and more Scheider. All right, Steven.
Damn.
Oh no, I'm first two because these are both in my top 15 of all time.
Oh,
yeah. Ugh.
I'm sorry.
It's so funny too because the line that I have here is obviously from LA Confidential. I almost put in first where you're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but LA Confidential is in my top 15, but Jaws is in my top 5. So I guess I gotta go with Jaws, but I love LA Confidential so much.
Yeah. JPO?
Yeah, I mean they're both. Yeah, there's no qualm here. They're both good, but I gotta go with the old timer for me, which is Jaws. I think it's on a slightly higher list for me than LA is.
We don't have Jordan Anderson to be the downer on Jaws today. It's kind of nice. All right,
That's
anyways,
the movie
Richie.
that I was referring to earlier.
But I don't understand why he wouldn't like Jaws. There's no people in rooms talking. They're just in the water most. You know, they're just.
Well, there's one scene, but
yeah, it's just
okay.
And there's people in boats talking.
Yeah, people in boats talking.
But yeah, this was I think I feel like this was Russell Crowe's sort of breakout role in Hollywood. Like he'd already broken out in a movie that probably will come up later in Australia, but like to really kind of put him on the, but just really put him on the map in like maybe on an international scale. Yeah, and he's really good in it. I would say, although I would say the standout is probably Guy Pearce. Yeah, and Jaws obviously. Come on, what can you say? It birthed the blockbuster, and I think and Roy Scheider's like is great in this film. So it pains me, but I'm going to go against my pick, and I'll go Jaws.
All right, because it's Jaws. Malcolm.
Before people get out their pitchforks, I do like both these movies. I'm just not as high on these as much as everyone else is.
Where's the pitchfork? Where is it?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to slightly go Jaws on this.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just came to LA Confidential like 2 years ago. I just put it off for a long time, but it was one of those ones that I watched it and it was like an instant like 10 out of 10. I was like, that movie's a masterpiece. It's great. I love, again, police corruption movies, and it was right up my alley. So yeah, it's going to be in my top 128 very soon. Like I've watched it twice since then. But yeah, Jaws is like a top 10 movie of all time. Like it just works for me. And, Scheider himself, he's doing what he's done in previous movies. In that movie, he's playing a New York cop essentially who gets transferred to Amity, a fish out of water. It's what he's done in French Connection and 7 Ups, and whatnot, and just in a different setting. And he's really, really good, and he's so natural. And yeah, he's not the most like outlandish performance, but again, he's the quiet performance. That's what I like about Scheider. He's just the anchor of the movie, and he works. So I'll go Jaws. Jonathan.
Okay, yeah, they're both masterpieces in their own genres. I love LA Confidential to death. I mean, it's a brutal, violent, twisted murder mystery. About police corruption. Yeah, it features one of Crowe's standout performances. He's fantastic. He has a heart in the end. He has an interesting arc. So, I'm looking at this list and I was like, we haven't voted a Scheider movie through. So finally, we get to Jaws, and it's a great movie to watch any time of the season. I haven't watched it yet during the summer. I always watch it during the summer. We have, July 4th is around the corner, obviously, and I always watch it now. I think, Jaws replaced Independence Day for me. So, Jaws, easily.
All right, well, there you go. Jaws, clean sweep.
Between Jaws, Godfather, and Titanic, and Jordan Anderson wasn't here today.
Yeah. Yep. No, he would not be a fan.
Nighthawks up against the Revenant.
The Revenant. Okay. All right. JPO.
What's Nighthawks?
Okay, Nighthawks is an underseen, kind of underrated Stallone movie. Yeah, with Rutger Hauer. And it's a movie I came to when Rutger Hauer passed away, and I sought out. And yeah, he plays like a European terrorist guy who's terrorizing New York City, and Stallone is just this tough New York cop. Again, he's not playing like a superhero; he's just playing kind of a grittier, just low key cop, and going after him. And again, it's one of his quieter, kind of understated performances. And a really underrated movie. So it's good stuff. I just wanted to champion it on here.
Who's even on the poster? Like, who am I looking at?
It's Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams is his partner. Yeah, and then Rutger Hauer's the villain.
Orlando.
I couldn't tell if that was Billy D. or Rutger on the poster. Well, with that being said, Revenant.
Okay, good.
No, that sounds cool.
That's cool. Richie.
Like Jim Jeffries said in the set was bit. He just got done filming The Revenant. It's about Leonardo DiCaprio. He fucks a horse. I haven't seen it. I love that line.
He doesn't fucking horse.
It's a circular line where he talks about Leonardo DiCaprio being at a Mariah Carey Yeah, I haven't seen Nighthawks. I've heard you seen you talk about it a couple of times before in here, so should probably get to it. I don't know how widely available it is, but I'll check it out. But yeah, Revenant is good. It is really good. I obviously I don't think it's his like best performance because I think he just got the thank you Oscar, but yeah, it is still really good and like Tom Hardy's really good. Who almost made my list. He was on the short list. I was like, yeah. So yeah, I'll go The Revenant.
All right, Malcolm.
Yeah, I've said this on many places. I'm not a big fan of The Revenant. Just never really have. I will appreciate that it's got a great opening scene though. But other than that, I'm not. The movie itself is I'm not a big fan of. So I'm more intrigued to see Nighthawks. So I'm going to vote Nighthawks.
Okay. No, yeah, it's interesting because again, two of my picks. I think Revenant. I mean, when you look just the straight performances in the movie, it's pretty great, and yeah, the actual filmmaking involved. I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea, but again, it's Leo's. Literally his quietest performance because he can't talk most of the movie. It's a complete physical performance, but he does a lot of acting through his eyes and his face, and it's great. But yeah, I wanted to champion Nighthawks for Stallone because it's this kind of neo-noir, cop thriller that just like doesn't get talked about and gets forgotten in his filmography, and he's really, really good in it. And yeah, Rutger Hauer's great, and just one of those understated ones that got kind of forgotten at the time. It kind of bombed, and then but people have sort of rediscovered it. I think it's still being discovered, but I'll show some love to Nighthawks just because it never pops up, and I've been trying to champion it for a while. Jonathan.
Nighthawks is one of the movies I saw during the week for the first time. So I did not love the beginning. I thought the beginning started out clunky. The editing was not very good, and didn't love the performances until we got to the action. Then it becomes awesome. Basically when Rutger Hauer's character comes into New York.
Yeah, no, the stakes pick up at that point.
The stakes pick up, and it leads to a very absorbing, atmospheric film with a great dynamic between Stallone and D. Williams, and Rutger Hauer is psychotic as hell. A lot different than his character in Blade Runner. Let's just say that. He's very slimy. And it has a great foot chase, by the way. A great foot chase in the subway. It dropped in the subway. Yeah, it basically gives a Collateral a run for its money. But aside from the clunky beginning and the ending is not that great either. But Nighthawks is a solid movie that I recommend. A gritty 80s action film. But The Revenant is really good. It is I don't know why it's unfairly getting a little bit maligned over the years because it's being made fun of. But I think The Revenant is a really good movie with two great performances from DiCaprio and Hardy. Yeah, DiCaprio acts with his eyes a lot. But I'll go The Revenant.
Okay. Yeah, Steven.
So I saw Nighthawks when I was a kid, and I hadn't seen it since. Not when I was a kid, but probably like when I was a teenager, or probably early teens. But and so I hadn't remembered any of it. So to try and jog my memory, I watched a lot of clips of the movie on YouTube. Still don't really remember it, but I really loved the clips that I saw on YouTube, and I've always liked The Revenant, but I've never been in love, and I wonder if I would have loved it if I had seen it in theaters and not, when it came out on, DVD or whatever. But just from the clips that I saw, and I could tell that Rutger Hauer is a great villain just from the clips. I'll go with Nighthawks.
Interesting. So we have a tie. I did not see this coming. JPO. But JPO's got the tiebreaker.
I mean, Shit, yeah, go for Nighthawks. I don't know. Well, cool. I'm cool with it.
Okay, that's the upset of the night. Nighthawks are for the
Actually,
resident.
I'm not upset about that.
Okay,
yeah, it's
cool.
a great 80s action thriller that should be seen.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
What a
Romper
match.
Stopper. That also deserves the. Okay. All right, Richie. Well, tell us about Romper Stopper.
Whoa. Yeah. So, I mean, I'll just say without going into full detail, like the better matchup, like a similar matchup, or maybe a Romper Stopper versus American History X or something like that. It's just, yeah, it's like, yeah, Russell Crowe as like, like a Nazi sort of skinhead. Yeah, and it's very gritty, sort of uncomfortable to watch sometimes, but it was his sort of I've arrived sort of role in Australia, in Australia at least, and it put him on the map as a big star. He'd done a few movies before that, and they're good, but this is the big one. I believe they tried to make a TV series out of it. It's not as good, but I would recommend this one. Yeah, if you're into like that kind of gritty stuff, I think if you haven't watched it, I think you would. I think you might dig it, Pez. I'm not entirely sure, but like it might be up your wheelhouse.
If it's kind of similar to American History X, like I'll probably dig it because I'm down to see it. It's pretty widely available over here. Actually, it's on like 5 different streaming services for free.
Tubi.
So, yeah, it's on Tubi, it's on Peacock, it's on Prime. It's available. So there you go.
Yeah. That's why there's saying like out of all the Australian films, because there's some Australian films that he's done that are really good, but I felt like this is probably the most well known and accessible, so that's why I put it on the list as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then so Romper Stopper was great. I don't need to upsell Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber is a lot of fun. Chemistry between Jim Carrey, Jeff Daniels is magic. And I think it's comedy classic for a reason. Did not have room for Dumb and Dumber 2, unfortunately. I don't know, just slipped my mind. But yeah, I'm going to champion Romper Stopper here. But yeah, I think I know where it's going to go, but I'll go Romper Stopper.
That's fine. Malcolm?
Whoever made that fake Criterion poster did a good job of blending those faces together.
Yeah.
But yeah, haven't seen Romper Stopper. I think Dumb and Dumber is a comedy classic, so Dumb and Dumber.
You know what? You guys threw me a bone with Nighthawk, so I'm gonna throw you a bone with Romper Stomper, Richie. We'll give him a vote. There you go. I want to check it out. No, it's available. Jonathan.
Okay. I like Dumb and Dumber, but I don't acknowledge it as a comedy classic. I think there are certain scenes that make me laugh out loud that they don't connect as well. So yeah, I did see Romper Stomper for the first time. Yeah. This is tough because I think, yes, it is associated with American History X, but also it is basically an authentic lean portrait in association with movies like Mean Streets or A Clockwork Orange at times, or Lahane, basically kind of like the same characters, one portrayed by Vincent Cassel. I think they're all better movies than this. Romper Stomper, for me, I thought that I couldn't connect with any of the characters. I thought there was very little humanity until the last 20 minutes of the movie. I felt like the violence was so imbalanced in favor of the skinheads that I just couldn't gravitate towards any of them until the last 20 minutes, where it becomes like an interesting love triangle dynamic for some reason. But it does have an interesting conclusion, though. I did like that. Kind of a tribute to... it kind of was similar to Get Carter in a way. But... so, yeah, I did not like Romper Stomper. But, yeah, if it were Titan, then I think it would have been a better movie. But I rarely do this. I don't like the movie, but I'm going to throw you a bone, Richie. Romper Stomper.
All right.
Yeah, because we don't see this here often.
Yeah. Steven?
I'm a huge Russell Crowe fan, and this was on my list to watch, but I didn't get around to it. I just love Dumb and Dumber too much to not vote for it, though, because I think it is one of the funniest movies ever made.
Sure.
So I got to go with Dumb and Dumber.
No, fair enough. JPO?
I love we're all like, Richie, you're my buddy, you're my friend. I'm gonna do you a favor. Steven's like, I don't like you that much. I really like the movie.
Well, he hasn't seen Romper Stomp.
Yeah, but like I haven't seen it either. But Richie's my boy, so I'm going Romper Stomper because I'm a real friend.
So what are you voting?
What are you voting?
Romper Stomper. I said it.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. So Romper Stomper, there you go.
Hey.
There it takes it.
There you go. Pity vote, but I'll take it.
I thought JP was going to make it a tie, then build up suspense, then did the whole speech about
This is my
I don't
boy.
see Dumb and Dumber that much. So
All right.
But- We got Eternal Sunshine, Spotless Mind up in 2010, the year he made contact.
Oh shit! Well, mine doesn't have much of a chance here, but here we go. Malcolm.
But yeah, I haven't seen 2010, the year he made contact. I assume it's a 2001: A Space Odyssey. But I like Eternal Sunshine, Spotless Mind. I think it's great. So Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah, no, I know 2010 is really underseen. I just got to it myself last year, and mainly because again I was filling in my Roy Scheider, and he's the star, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he was the star of the sequel, and yeah, I mean I think it gets kind of dismissed because it's a sequel to 2001, but it's a really good if you can put that out of your head, it's a really good sci-fi movie just on its own. Yeah, it's essentially he leads kind of a mission to go find what happened to the first mission, what happened to them, and get out there and see what's up. But it's still really, really good sci-fi. Scheider again is excellent in the lead role. John Lithgow's in it too. He's really good. So I mean, really good stuff. Peter Hyams directed it. So he's a solid director. So I would recommend it to give it a shot. So I'll champion it just because it's mine, but I know where this is going to go, and I'm fine with it. I understand. So Jonathan.
Well, Austin, you know the term dad movies, right?
Yeah, no, all these movies are dad movies that my dad showed me, so it's fine.
So,
yeah, I understand.
So my dad introduced me to 2010, the year we made contact, and I have seen this movie. Actually, interestingly enough, I saw this one before I saw 2001, and I like how they opened it. Like it gives you the like last time on 2001, The Space Odyssey, but through like it's what do you call it? It's like his presentation of sorts, and that was really cool. I do like the movie. I do like 2010, the year we made contact. I think it's one of the more underrated sequels, underappreciated sequels. It is kind of a slow burn, like its predecessor, but it's an interesting movie. I don't like the ending. I think it's kind of an absurd ending, but. Yeah, 2010 was good, but yeah, unfortunately, it has to go up against Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and it is a great movie. My favorite film of 2004, so Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah. No, for sure. Steven?
So is it true that 2010 does make the ending, the last 20 minutes of 2001 more sense?
I don't know.
I don't know. They give a few explanations, but they don't really like ruin the ending or anything like that. It's just they just kind of.
I thought I remember hearing someone say
it's just like question marks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just thought I remember someone saying something like that. But
I wasn't angry. I was just more confused.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I'll go with Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
All right. JPO, any question as to where you're going to go?
Yeah, 2010, 11 movie.
Thinker, I love me some Schneider or Scheider. Or is it Scheider? That's how you say it, right?
No, Rob Schneider is not in 2010. Thank God.
Oh, he doesn't die in the movie? Oh, okay.
No.
No, I mean, yeah, I actually haven't even seen 2010, so yeah, Eternal will be my vote.
No, of course. Richie.
Yeah, I haven't seen 2010, but yeah, I'll get around to it now. I'm intrigued. But yeah, Eternal Sunshine is great. I think it's one of Jim Carrey's best performances, and he's great chemistry with Kate Winslet, and yeah, and great supporting roles from Elijah Wood, Mark Ruffalo, David Cross. So yeah, I'll go Eternal Sunshine.
Jane Addams, Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah. Yeah, Eternal Sunshine wins. But yeah, no, Jonathan, your dad movie thing is on point. He showed me a lot of old sci-fi and war movies. That's why I'm a fan of a lot of old sci-fi and war movies, because they're dad movies. For sure.
Yeah.
All right.
True Lies.
Got True Lies up against Meet the Parents.
Huh.
Okay. All right. Me first. Yeah, I mean, I like True Lies. I don't know if I love True Lies. I want to like it kind of more than I actually do. I do think it is one of Schwarzenegger's better things. Obviously, Cameron gets good performances out of him, so it's good. But yeah, I wanted to include at least one comedy from De Niro, and I think obviously his best comedy and his best performance in a comedy with the whole deadpan, just bouncing off of Ben Stiller and whatnot. He has really good timing in that movie. And yeah, it just kind of came out of nowhere. We were like, oh yeah, I mean, I know he had analyzed this, but he's basically just playing a gangster in that movie, just bouncing off of Billy Crystal. So I'll give it to Meet the Parents. Jonathan?
Yeah, actually, they're both comical performances, a little bit. Yeah, True Lies is like an action comedy. That is like an interesting spin on James Bond in a way. And James Cameron, I think it's a more technically, it's more of a technical accomplishment than it is a well-written film. I think there are a few patches of screenplay issues there in True Lies, but it is a really good movie. They're both evenly matched for me. But Meet the Parents, though, yeah, it is a very good comedy. I laugh at this movie, and De Niro gives one of his underrated funny roles here. He's basically playing sometimes he's a straight man, but he kind of quietly overreacts about the relationship between his daughter and Ben Stiller's character. So this is a tough one for me. I like them both equally. I'm gonna go Meet the Parents.
Now stay here. We got a show to do.
All right, Steven.
I like to Meet the Parents a lot, but I actually did analyze this a little more because I think he was doing a great job parodying his gangster image in that movie. But I love True Lies. True Lies was in my top 128. I got to go with True Lies.
All right. JPO.
I like Meet the Parents, but yeah, True Lies I think is as a cool kid say a banger. I think it's funny. I think it's sexy. I think it's cool. Another Cameron team up, so I'll go True Lies.
Richie.
Yeah. I like Meet the Parents. I think Meet the Parents is a fun time. I think I like the chemistry between Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro. And I like all the cast of characters here. But yeah, True Lies is one of my favorite movies. I'm glad that they finally brought out a Blu-ray after all this time. So
I have to get it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's great. And I think it's a fun performance. Jamie Lee Curtis has never been more, and the scene where she drops the gun down the stairs is really funny, and then shoots everybody. That's always going to be that's hilarious, and it's certainly better than the TV show they brought out a couple years ago. So I'll stick with my pick and go True Lies.
All right, Malcolm.
Yeah. Also, I've got to assume the same is going to be said for Austin, but I actually own that 4K that I used.
Oh yeah, no, I bought it just because it's that crummy DVD I had for years.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, True Lies is really good. Like, it took me a long time to get to it just because I couldn't find it anywhere until it was eventually put on Disney Plus just recently. And yeah, I do like Meet the Parents, but I'm going to go True Lies.
Okay, I had to step away for a second. Recap my votes for me, Jonathan. What did you vote for?
So you and I Meet the Parents, 4-2.
Okay. Oh, it's 4-2 for True Lies. Okay, cool. That's fine. All right, sounds good. All right, apologies. All right, going down.
Gladiator up Gangs in New York.
Gangs in New York. Okay, gotcha. Jonathan.
You know what, Austin? I was very surprised you picked Gangs of New York as DiCaprio because this is not one of my favorite DiCaprio performances. He's good in parts. I think there are emotional scenes throughout the movie that he's good, and then obviously his scenes with Day-Lewis are great. But because of it's Daniel Day-Lewis, actually Day-Lewis makes the whole movie shine with one of the best villainous roles in the 21st century. But Gladiator, Crow delivers a great performance. I recently saw some of the movie because my brother saw it for the first time, and yeah, I forgot how great he is throughout the movie, especially the moment where he and spoiler alert for an almost 25-year-old film where he sees his son and his wife crucified, and boy, he gets to you, man, when he discovers that. But although they're very good, DiCaprio's his scenes with Diaz are not great. So, but in terms of performance, I got to give it to Gladiator. I think Crow is terrific in this movie. So Gladiator.
Yeah. Steven?
Yeah, they're both great movies, but I think Gladiator is a better performance from Russell Crowe than Gangs of New York is from Leo. So for that reason alone, I'll go with Gladiator.
Yeah. I have a point I want to make about the Leo thing with Gangs of New York and why I picked it when I get to me, but I understand where you guys come from. JPO.
Yeah, I want to hear it now because I like Gangs of New York, but for one of this, ones I'll go back to the least. I think Gladiator. I think he's fantastic in it. It's a great scope movie, so I'm gonna go Gladiator here.
Yeah, Richie.
Sorry, my dog's in the "Hey, you've been on too long" phase and just tried to eat it out. So, give me a sec. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I like Gangs of New York. Gangs of New York is great. I think it. Yeah, I think it's sort of. It's really divisive for some reason. But I really dig it. But yeah, Gladiator, I think is still Russell Crowe's one of his best films. Yeah, and I think he deserved all the recognition. So I'll go Gladiator.
Yeah, I think Gangs of New York is fine. Like, I don't love or hate it overly, but I really love Gladiator. I think it's great. And I'm more intrigued for the sequel that's coming out this year, Gladiator.
Yeah. No, I was making an argument about Leo. This literally came out the same month as Catch Me If You Can. It was a double feature where Leo worked with both Spielberg and Scorsese and had a movie with each of them in the same month. I just think this did a lot. The double feature did a lot to kind of break him out of that teen heartthrob image that he had been kind of stuck in the 90s. And it's the combination of him doing a more subdued kind of tough guy character in Gangs, and then obviously his more comedic dynamic performance in Catch. And I just think the dueling of that, it was pivotal to his career more than people kind of realize. So just that was always kind of my argument is it helped again break him out of that Titanic stigma and whatnot. So but no, that's cool. But yeah, I've always loved Gangs and I think it's a great movie. But yeah, no, I understand the love of Gladiator. So yeah, Gladiator wins.
Don't think we've got too many matches.
Should be winding it down here. We're almost there.
Demolition Man versus The Mask.
Okay. The Mask. All right. Excellent. All right. Yeah. Steven.
Oh, it is me?
Yeah.
You know what? With the recent passing of Bill Cobbs, I'll give the love to Demolition Man.
There you go.
Oh, that's
Bill Cobbs. That's right. Yeah, he's the grown-up helicopter pilot in that one. Yeah. JPO.
Yeah, well, Carrie might have ruled the year 94. This is probably my least favorite of his 94 ones here. I like it, but it's easily my third for me here. Demolition Man is right up there with Last Action Hero. I don't know. This always has captured imagination from the get-go. I used to grab my water guns and reenact some of the action scenes as a kid. I've always loved this movie here, so I got to go with Demolition Man.
Both 93, by the way.
seashells.
Demolition Man and Last Action Hero.
That's
So,
what I mean. They were just huge rewatches growing up, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. Richie?
Yeah, I know. I love The Mask. I think it's yeah, Jim Carrey's perfectly cast in this film, and yeah, he gets to show off. Yeah, I think it's just a really fun watch. Yeah, yeah, and you know, Cameron Diaz's first role. It literally says like in introducing Cameron Diaz. Yeah, she's insanely hot in this movie. Yeah, and then you got like cool like comedian character actors like Richard Jenny, who's a good actor back in the day. R.I.P. And yeah, I think I don't know. Yeah, but I love Demolition Man as well. I think Demolition Man is great. But yeah, I'll go the Mask here. So yeah.
Yep. Malcolm?
Yeah, I do like Demolition Man. I think it's a great movie. But The Mask is actually my favorite of the Jim Carrey's 94 movies. And I really do wish that we could have got a proper sequel to The Mask and not some weird spin-off thing with Jamie Kennedy. But I'm gonna go The Mask.
Yeah, no, a little tough because I do love The Mask as well. I think it's a ton of fun, and yeah, Jim Carrey's great. Kind of the dual roles almost, two different roles. But yeah, I've always loved Demolition Man, and I think again, Stallone, kind of similar to Last Action Hero, is almost doing like kind of a send up of his tough guy cop characters, in that movie, because he's put into this world where they don't have any tough guy cops, and so he's almost playing an over the top version of it. But I think it's very intentional. Yeah, I mean, if we ever did a Wesley Snipes thing, obviously I think it's one of his best roles as well as Simon Phoenix. Like, he's having a ton of fun, and you can tell just everybody in this movie's having a blast and having fun making it. So yeah, it holds up and it's good. So I'll show some love to Demolition Man. Doesn't come up a lot. Jonathan?
Out of all the 94 movies from Carrey, The Mask is definitely my favorite. It is a standout for him in terms of lead performance. He's very funny as both The Mask and also himself as the banker, especially when interacting with Cameron Diaz. Diaz's first character introduction in the movie. I mean, remember that moment?
Yeah, one of the great memorable character introductions of all time for sure.
Oh yeah. Anyway, enough of that. But The Mask is very good.
I forgot.
Right?
Yeah, right.
But especially in the nights when I was growing up. But anyway, Demolition Man, I caught to this movie late, and I liked it a lot more than I should have. It's very good. It's very really good. It's very fun. It's intentionally over the top. The observation about the satire about the utopian world where most immoral behavior is prohibited, like obviously the sex scene between Stallone and Bullock. It's very funny, but him and Snipes, they're very good together, as well as he has to go. They're both mano a mano. So it pains me to say it because The Mask is very good, but I got to go Demolition Man. I think I have more of a blast with Demolition Man.
Yeah, all right. Demolition Man takes it. All right, a couple more matches here. We're getting to it. Damn. 2 Oscar movies. Oof. It's a tough one. JPO, up first.
Well, it's not difficult when you haven't seen either, so calm down. So I'll go the insider here because we all love Jeff Snyder. Am I right, everybody?
Yeah, that's right. All right. Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, I haven't seen all that jazz, and Insider's obviously on my list because of Russ Crowe. Yeah, this is a great performance. Yeah, I think he's just fantastic. He's just a slew of great performances around this time, and yeah, I think no other actor, and it's probably Australian actor announces announces presence like in a dramatic and in such a emphatic way like Russell Crowe, and then Insider's one of those movies that just sort of I think got people's attention. So I'm gonna be The Insider.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, I will say when Austin sent me his list, I was surprised to see that he had a musical on there.
It's not a musical. It's not a musical
I
at
thought it
all.
was. I've always thought it was. I haven't seen it.
No, it's not at all. It's about him running a ballet studio, so it's not a musical.
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I mean, for the longest time, I always thought all that jazz was a musical there. But anyway,
I thought it was musical just now.
Nope.
I can't spoil.
I haven't seen all that jazz. I've seen The Insider. I like it. So you know what? I'll go all that jazz. Try and get another Bush United movie through.
Okay. No, I did see The Insider last year for the first time. I was late to the party on that one. Yeah, it is excellent. Yeah, very, very good. Yeah, one of Al Pacino's better performances too. Yeah, he's not super over the top, just playing like the journalist. Yeah, really good. But yeah, All That Jazz is one that I watched just mainly for Roy Scheider, and like I was surprised how much I loved it. Like he's excellent, and he was the Oscar nominated for this movie as well. Yeah, Bob Fosse directed movie about a guy running a ballet studio. It seems like a movie that would be completely opposite of what I would like. But again, he plays kind of a sort of a scummy guy who's like sleeping with the ballet dancers and kind of again, is smoking all the time, kind of shady character. But a really good performance. And I mean, there's one like kind of musical sequence sort of when he's showcasing the ballet sequence that he's been put together and rehearsing, but when it breaks down, it's really good. But yeah, excellent movie if you haven't seen it. So I'll go All That Jazz. Jonathan.
You know what? I was looking at that year when All That Jazz came up. It is a stacked year for Best Actor. You could pick any one of these performances, and I would not have a problem. I'm not going to name them all, but it's a great lineup. I'll start with The Insider. The Insider is one of my favorite movies. I think it's a great movie. It's my personal pick of 1999. I think it's a great journalism film mixed with a great family drama. It's just compelling. It's compelling to watch people talk. I don't know if Jordan's seen it.
He probably wouldn't like it. It's a lot of people talking. Yeah,
it's a lot of people talking, but
yeah.
Boy, the script is well written. It is a great screenplay. All That Jazz. I think this is my last one. Yeah, first time watch here on the tournament. This is my favorite first time watch of this year. Non-new release.
All That Jazz.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I started out confused, and then once I understood it, I understood the structure of what they're going through. I thought it was brilliant, especially the last 10 minutes, last 15 minutes. It's fantastic of what Fosse did in that movie. Incorporating what Scheider's character is going through, and I'll just say it's a 70s movie. I'll just say that. I love that it ended like that. But because, just because I don't want to spoil it. But this is actually tough for me. The Insider's great. I love the movie, but I'm a little high on All That Jazz, and I probably will get it during the Criterion sale, maybe. But we need another Scheider movie through. Let's go All That Jazz.
Okay. Steven.
I haven't seen All That Jazz, and The Insider is my favorite Michael Mann movie. I love it even more than Heat. And I think Russell Crowe, it might be his best performance. I mean, he's fantastic in the movie. So I'm going to go with The Insider.
All right, it's tied to Richie.
All That Insider.
What?
Yeah, other than Jaws, I figured Roy Scheider wouldn't catch a break tonight. It's unfortunate.
All That Jazz is great.
Yeah.
I was just play up against Crick in the Ditch.
Okay.
Which is also Leo, so there you go. You get you one.
Yeah. Richie.
So got Thomas Miss Ripley for like Philip Seymour Hoffman. This is sort of obviously one of the sort of earlier role. I mean, Well, probably the first role I sort of like took notice of him, like he sort of he plays the sort of dude that the only person at the start who's like onto his shit. Like he's very suspicious of him. He's really good in the film. But yeah, he's probably not the honestly he's probably obviously not the first person you think of when you think of this movie. It's him and Jude Law, but like he's still really good. I think he's in a great presence and a great supporting character. I mean, same with the Quick and the Dead. I think Russell Crowe is
yeah, I didn't know you had picked Russell Crowe when I picked Quick and the Dead. I picked it for Leo, but Russell Crowe's also in there, and he's really good.
I forgot about
that. So Russell Crowe's also in. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Jordan didn't tell me we had like doubles, but yeah, but it's also good because Russell Crowe's in this and also Leo. And I think they're really good. I think Leo's death scenes are really good. I mean, is always memorable. But Talented Miss Ripley is like one I rewatch a lot. I think it's one of my favorite movies, so I'll go Talented Miss Ripley. Yeah, people compare this like when they talk about Saltburn, they're like, oh, it's like a gross, modern Talented Miss Ripley, a gross Talented Miss Ripley, and I can kind of see it. So, but Talented Miss Ripley is great.
Yeah, Malcolm.
I like Quick and Dead. I think it's a good western. But I think Talented Miss Ripley is incredible. So Talented Miss Ripley.
Mm-hmm. I still haven't seen Talented Miss Ripley. I need to get to it. It's a blind spot for me. I need to get to it. I will. But yeah, I picked Quick and the Dead because Leo as Kid, he literally just has a ton of charisma in this movie, and he steals everything he's in. It's just a hot shot. Quick draw kid that enters the tournament, and I just think he's a lot of fun to watch, and just it's kind of an understated, forgotten Leo performance. So Quick and the Dead. Jonathan.
Yeah, you're right about Quick and the Dead. Leo has a charismatic supporting performance. He's very good in the movie. He's having a lot of fun interacting with Stone, Hackman, and Crow. But the Talented Mr. Ripley, I like it a little more. Compared to Saltburn, Talented Mr. Ripley is a little bit better. But in terms of performance from Philip Seymour Hoffman, he is great. He's the wild card of the movie, and once he finds out what's going on, it's really tantalizing. But also, he features one of my favorite character introductions ever. I'm not going to utter the lines, but it's just priceless, the way he delivers those lines. So I'm going to go with the Talented Mr. Ripley. How's the peeping, Tommy? How's the peeping?
Steven?
So the Talented Mr. Ripley is probably the better movie. But The Quick and the Dead is a lot of fun. It's once again, it's not Sam Raimi's best movie, but it's one of his more enjoyable movies. Very stylized. Some cool shots. Great supporting cast. I mean, like kind of stacked.
Including 24 alum Tobin Bell in the opening.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you know what? I'm gonna go with The Quick and the Dead.
Okay. JPO, finish it off for us. Or not. All right.
So
cool. Maybe hold off on that till he gets back because I don't know. It's a close vote, so I don't know where he's going.
So is it interesting? Yeah, I'm actually. That's another performance from Leo. Like it's a good performance. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. Crow as well.
We'll get JPO's vote when he comes back.
Ooh.
Ouch. Damn.
Also, if we can start going probably super fast, please.
Oh, yeah. We got to go super fast. Yeah, Malcolm's got a time crunch, so we got to go fast. So almost speed round here. Malcolm? I don't know where JPO went. Okay, Malcolm.
For this, King comedy.
Yeah. Mission Impossible 3 rules. I love it. But King of Comedies, De Niro's most dynamic performance he's ever done. It's really good. Jonathan?
Still the best villain of the Mission Impossible series. But King of Comedy, it is a great performance from De Niro. So I'll go King of Comedy.
All right. Steven?
I'll go with Mission Impossible 3.
Okay. JPO?
Yeah, Hoffman is the villain here. It is a fun one. If this is where it started to kind of turn to that next level. But I really love King of Comedy a lot, actually. So I'm going to King of Comedy.
Okay. And we need your vote for the previous one. You kind of dropped out. Talent Turns Therapy.
Yeah, no, I totally died. I'll go Ripley.
Okay, so Ripley wins that one because we needed your vote. It was like 3-2, so I couldn't tell where I was going to go.
I was good, and then Steven talked, and then my went.
Yeah, no, I got you. Richie?
Yeah. Yeah, man, I was ready to champion in my 3 because I think it's like still one of the better of the franchise, even though the franchise is really great now. I think he's the best villain. He's so good in the film. It took some off, but yeah, King Comedy is still one of my favorite. Scorsese, it is really good. Just so it's not clean sweep, we're going in my 3, but I do not mind at all. It's that King Comedy's going through.
Yeah, King Comedy goes through. All right.
That was hard.
And yeah, we're just speeding a little bit because we're in the time crunch. Oh,
it's easy for me.
All right. Me. Just because Hoffman's good, but I don't feel like I think he gets kind of lost in the shuffle. So Rocky Balboa, Jonathan.
I don't know that scene where he's saying, "I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm stupid." Yeah. When he's crying in the car, I mean, that is top notch for me. I mean, he's great in Rocky Balboa, but I think there are a few performances in that series that he's better. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Boogie Nights.
Okay, Steven?
I'll go with Rocky Balboa because I think I've seen it a little bit more.
All right, JPO, if you're there, all right, yeah.
Go Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights, Richie.
For that scene alone that Caro mentioned, that's why I put Boogie Nights on this list. And I watch Boogie Nights more. I have fun with it, so I'll go Boogie Nights.
No, that's fair. And
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights. All right, so Boogie Nights.
Boogie
Nights. Right. And is this the last one? It should be. Jingle all the way in the nice guys. Jingle all the way in the nice guys. Excellent. What a match. That's another.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Quickly, Jonathan.
You know what? I like that you put Jingle All the Way in here because I like it myself. I mean, it's a childhood thing of mine as well. I like it, but unfortunately, it's up against the Nice Guys, and I think it features one of Crow's funnest performances. So I'm gonna go with the Nice Guys.
Yeah. Steven?
I love me some Shane Black, so I'll go with Nice Guys.
Okay. JPO?
Nice Guys.
Nice Guys. Richie?
Jingle All the Way is great. People got Alpha shit on. It's great commentary on capitalism and consumerism, and he has great chemistry with Jake Lloyd. And Nice Guys is a great comedy, great chemistry with Ryan Gosling, and this is one of Ross Crow's best performances. Like, especially politically, he shows his charisma. So I'm gonna go Nice Guys by Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm starting to come around on Jingle All the Way, but I'm not quite there. So Nice Guys.
And I'll go Nice Guys, but I love Jingle All the Way. But Crow's great in Nice Guys. Yeah. But Jingle All the Way is fun.
It's preposterous.
Yeah, Jingle the halfway.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's speed round it so we can get Malcolm out of here. So super speed round, get it done, and we'll see what actor and what movie takes this thing. So, all right, Malcolm. Let's see what we got first.
I really don't know who's in the lead in terms of acting.
Not Roy Scheider. I know that. So
I'm sad about Sorcerer and all that jazz.
Yeah, I know. All right. 310 to Yuma and Goodfellas, Steven.
Goodfellas.
JPO?
310 to Yuma.
Okay. Richie?
I want to go 310 to Yuma, but Goodfellas Goodfellas.
Quickly, speed round, go. All right, we already talked. Good, Malcolm.
Goodfellas.
Okay, Goodfellas. We're on, Jonathan.
Goodfellas.
All right, Goodfellas.
That's what I figured. That's what I shoveled.
Yeah.
I love you, Philip Morris, and Last Action Hero.
Okay, JPO.
Last Action Hero.
Last Action Hero. Richie.
Last Action Hero.
Okay, Malcolm.
Last Action Hero.
Last action hero for me, Jonathan.
Last action hero.
All right, that's Steven.
Last action hero.
All right, clean sweep. Could be a underdog favorite. All right,
T2 and Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can. Richie.
I'll go Catch Me If You Can.
Malcolm.
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can for the performance. Jonathan.
Yeah, let's see how far this goes. Catch Me If You Can.
All right, Steven.
Terminator 2.
Okay, and JPO.
T2.
All right, close one, but Catch wins. All right.
Raging Bull up against Moneyball.
Malcolm.
Moneyball.
Raging Bull. Jonathan.
Yeah, the performance. Raging Bull.
All right. Steven.
Moneyball.
Okay. JPO.
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull. And Richie.
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull takes this one. All right. Oscar win there.
Titanic and Running Man.
Titanic. Jonathan.
Titanic.
All right. Steven.
Titanic.
Okay. JPO.
Come on, Running Man.
Okay. Richie.
The Running Man.
And Malcolm.
Titanic.
Okay. Not one of Schwarzenegger's finer performances.
No.
I like the movie a lot.
I know he's not great. He's not great.
Oh shit!
God damn it.
Wait. So we had the De Niro thing with Casino and Heat. Now we got Heat and Godfather 2. Son of a bitch! All right, Jonathan. Shit.
Godfather 2.
All right, Steven.
I'll go with Heat.
All right, JPO.
Godfather 2.
Okay, Richie.
Heat.
Oh no.
Malcolm.
Godfather 2.
Oh boy.
Godfather 2.
Oh, that's gonna make it interesting.
But that was another tough De Niro matchup. That sucks. Damn it. All right.
Inception and Punch Drunk Love.
Well, all right, Steven.
Punch Drunk Love.
Okay, JPO.
Punch Drunk Love.
All right, Richie.
Punch Drunk Love.
Okay. Malcolm.
Inception.
I'll go Inception. Jonathan.
Inception.
All right, it's a tie to Malcolm.
It's Inception.
Man, I'm getting destroyed.
All right.
Hoffman's barely in it. So.
First Blood up against Liar Liar.
All right, JPO.
Liar.
Liar. Richie.
What similar movies? Liar.
Malcolm.
Liar Liar.
I think Jim Carrey might be his finest comedic performance. Liar, liar.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Liar, liar.
All right, and Steven.
Wow. I'm surprised by the outcome of this, I gotta admit, but I'm going with First Blood.
What?
Okay. Liar, liar's beloved.
I don't love Liar Liar. I think it's a great premise, and it gets
And he executes it. It's great.
There you go.
sappy at the end, and it's.
You don't have to.
We'll argue later.
Anyways, yeah, argue. Oh shit, Predator and Wolf of Wall Street. Damn it, this is not getting easier, Richie.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm doing an Arnie impression accidentally. Predator.
All right, Malcolm.
You know what, Predator?
Shit, Wolf of Wall Street. Jonathan.
Oh, Wolf.
Hey, he's not here. Steven.
I'm an action guy, so gotta go with Predator.
Okay, and JPO.
The Jack Nixon.
I'm a Quaaludes guy, so Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, okay. Damn it, it's on me. Shit, both these movies are in my top 30. Wolf of Wall Street. Don't make me ask again in 10 minutes. All right.
Creed 2, Man on the Moon.
Oh.
Okay. Fuck. Malcolm.
Creed 2.
Creed 2. Jonathan.
Justice for Sorcerer, Creed 2.
Okay. Steven.
Man on the Moon.
Okay. JPO.
Man on the Moon.
All right. Richie.
If you believe they put a man on the moon, man.
All right. Ty, we're back down to Jonathan on the tiebreakers.
Damn it. Creed 2.
Creed 2. Okay, Creed 2. There we go.
All right, Jaws, Nighthawks.
And Haas.
So Jaws win.
Schneider.
Jaws for Schneider. Yeah, Roy Schneider. Come on, put him through. Yeah, Jaws. Come on. Yeah, but I appreciate the love for Nighthawks. Thank you. All right.
Eternal Sunshine.
I just put Eternal Sunshine through. You know you're going to.
Yeah, even I would this time vote for Eternal Sunshine. So.
I would as well.
All right, for you, JPO. Gets a pass.
Hey,
there you go.
at least it went through.
It's up against Gladiator.
Okay, so we got to vote on this one. True Lies, Gladiator. Me, Gladiator. Jonathan.
Gladiator.
Okay. Steven?
Tough, but I'm gonna go with True Lies.
All right. JPO?
Gladiator.
All right. Richie?
Gladiator.
And Malcolm.
True Lies.
Okay, close, but Gladiator takes that one. All right.
Demolition Man up against the Insider.
Jonathan.
The Insider.
Okay. Steven.
I've seen Demolition Man a million times, so I guess I'll go with Demolition Man, but I love The Insider.
All right. JPO.
Demolition Man.
All right. Richie.
The Insider.
Malcolm.
Demolition Man.
I've seen Demolition Man way, way more. Demolition Man.
Oh,
I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Oh man, what if we would type to you, Steven? Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Demolition Man wins. Okay.
Talented Mr. Ripley and King of Comedy.
All right. Steven.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
All right. JPO.
King of Comedy.
Richie.
Ripley.
Malcolm.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
I'll go King of Comedy. Jonathan.
Damn it. Yeah, Talented Mr. Ripley.
Okay, Ripley wins that one.
Kind of glad I didn't have to have the tiebreaker for that one.
Yeah,
You
right.
know, nice guys.
Ooh.
Okay, JPO.
Nice guys.
Nice guys. Richie.
Nice guys.
Malcolm.
Boogie Nights.
I'll go Boogie Nights. Jonathan.
Boogie Nights.
And Steven.
Nice guys.
Okay, it's a tie to you, Steven.
I'll keep Nice Guys.
Nice guys. All right.
Not
There
bad.
you go. All right. Moving right along with the speed, going to the Sweet 16 here. All right. All right. I think it's going to be Last Action Hero and Goodfellas. All right. Very, very similar. All right. Richie.
Last Action Hero.
Okay. Malcolm.
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. Jonathan.
Goodfellas.
Steven.
My same reasoning for going with Demolition Man over Insider. I've seen Last Action Hero more, so.
All right. JPO.
Last Action Hero.
Hey, it's a tie to you, JPO. You gonna stick with it?
Hey, fuck yeah.
All right. There you go. Upset. Last Action Hero. Okay.
Ridiculous.
It's
I'm not
Ricky
really mad
Ken
about
up
it.
against Raging Bull.
Oh, Catch Me Again, a Raging Bull. Oh shit. Malcolm.
Catch him if you can.
Raging Bull. Jonathan.
Oh man, this is the toughest one for me. We're gonna go performance here. Raging Bull.
Okay. Steven.
Catch Me If You Can.
All right. JPO.
Catch Me If You Can.
And Richie.
Raging Bull.
Ooh.
All right. It's a tie to Richie.
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull. Okay. All right.
Titanic up against Godfather. But
Ouch.
Oh. All right. Best picture winners, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. Me, Godfather 2. Jonathan.
Godfather 2.
All right. Steven.
Titanic's more in my memory, more recent watched for me, so I guess Titanic.
All right. JPO.
No, we're 100% Godfather.
Godfather 2. All right. Richie.
Because your heart won't go on. I'll go Godfather 2.
All right. And Malcolm.
Godfather 2.
All right, Godfather 2.
Maybe
Zero
dangerous.
takes that one as well. All right.
Inception and Liar Liar.
Liar Liar. All right. Jonathan.
Inception.
All right. Don't you guys love tournament fights? All right. Stephen.
Inception.
Inception. JFO.
I'll go Liar Liar.
Liar Liar. Richie.
Liar Liar.
Malcolm.
Inception.
I'll go Liar Liar. It's a tie to Malcolm.
I'll flip.
Yay! Thank you.
Why not? It's actually one of my favorite comedies. So why not?
Yeah.
I've seen this for like fucking 40 times.
All right. Wolf of Wall Street. Okay, Stephen.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay. JPO.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay. Richie.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay. Malcolm.
Creed 2.
Wolf of Wall Street. Jonathan.
Where are the lewds? Wolf of Wall Street.
Yep. Get the lewds. The lewds. I will not die sober. All right. Wolf of Wall Street. All right.
Jaws and Eternal Sunshine.
Ooh. JPO.
Eternal Sunshine. That Jaws gets enough credit. Come on, guys.
They're both only one-time tournament fight winners, so they're even as far as tournament fight goes. Richie.
Yeah, but Jaws.
Jaws is just a bunch of guys talking on boats and and it's really interesting. So Jaws.
Malcolm.
I've seen Eternal Sunshine a lot over the past few months. Jaws.
Yeah. Jaws. For Roy Scheider, damn it. He needs at least one movie. All right, Jonathan.
It's the summer. Jaws.
Summer of Jaws, yeah. Stephen.
Josh should just win this whole damn thing, I think, actually.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's some heavy hitters in there.
There are a couple movies in the left side.
Jaws one. Yeah, there's some heavy hitters here. Yeah, Jaws. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. This is going to get tough really fast.
Gladiator, Demolition Man.
Okay. Gladiator, Demolition Man. Jesus Christ. All right, Richie.
Gladiator.
Gladiator. Malcolm.
Gladiator.
Demolition Man. Jonathan.
Gladiator.
Okay. Stephen.
Demolition Man.
JPO.
Demolition Man.
What the fuck?
The tie to me. Hey, let's get some love for Stallone in there. Demolition Man. Let's go.
Oh, that's right. He hasn't gone through. Yeah.
He hasn't gone through yet.
Right.
He's got nothing either.
Talented Mr. Ripley, nice guys.
All right, Malcolm.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
Nice guys. Jonathan.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
Okay. Stephen.
Nice guys.
Nice guys. All right. JPO.
Nice guys.
Nice guys. And Richie.
Ripley.
Okay, it's a tie back down to Jonathan, all the way around again.
Oh my God. How many Hawkins have they advanced? None actually. So, talented Mr. Ripley.
Okay, Ripley. All right. So this will be the Elite Eight, right? So we'll see actually which actors actually make it into the Elite Eight and make the poll. So I actually did post the Will Smith Eddie Murphy poll, by the way. I remember it. I did it today. So
well, actually, that was the Elite Eight that we just did.
Oh, was it? Really?
Yeah.
Did we already?
Wait a minute. What did Last Action Hero beat again?
Okay.
What did it beat again?
Goodfellas.
Mother. Okay. Well. Anyway.
Okay, so I'll just write them down as we go. Okay. Anyways, me first. What is it? Last Action Hero, Raging Bull. Oh shit. The Raging Bull. Jonathan.
I mean, it's performances. So Raging Bull.
All right. Stephen.
Heart Before Head. Last Action Hero.
Okay. JPO.
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull. Richie.
I mean, it's performance, so Last Action Hero.
Last Action Hero.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
It's tied to Steven.
I'll keep Last Action Hero.
I don't
Okay,
understand.
wow. Wow. Jonathan, we're gonna give Jonathan a heart attack tonight.
Annie's
Raging Bull.
mowing him his way through De Niro.
Raging Bull is one of those movies that I admire more than I actually like.
Speaking of performance, on.
Yeah.
Godfather versus Liar Liar.
Godfather and Liar Liar. Okay. Jonathan.
Okay, Godfather 2.
That too. Steven.
Now I'll go with Godfather 2.
Okay.
Or are you lying? Lie. No.
JPO.
Godfather.
All right. Richie.
Yeah. Look, one of these days I'll get Liar to win. Or has it won already? I don't know. I'll go Godfather Part 2.
It's come close.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Godfather Part 2.
Yeah, make it a clean sweep. Godfather Part 2. De Niro's awesome.
Yeah, I do love that movie, Liar.
Yeah. Liar is good.
Yeah. Jaws.
Wall Street and Jaws.
Oh shit. This is like both top 15, top 10s almost. Steven.
Jaws.
Okay. All right. JPO.
Totally didn't fall asleep. What happened?
Wolf of Wall Street and Jaws.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay. Richie.
Both animal movies. No. Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay. Malcolm.
Jaws.
Jaws. Yeah, Jaws is a little just slightly higher on my all-timers. Jonathan.
Jaws.
All right, Jaws moves on. Okay.
Scheider.
Yeah.
Demolition Man and Talent.
All right. Okay. Ripley. All right. JPO. Talented Mr. Ripley and Jaws. Oh no, I'm sorry. Talented Mr. Ripley, Demolition Man. My bad. Sorry. I was reading my Elite Eight thing. Sorry.
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. All right. Richie.
The Talented Mr. Ellen Ripley.
How come we didn't put Sigourney Weaver on here?
Talented Mr. Ripley.
Demolition Man. Jonathan.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
And Steven.
Demolition Man.
Okay, tied to JPO.
Demolition Man.
Oh my god!
Demolition Man. What the final four? Wow! Wow! All right, so we got Arnie and Sly in the final four, and then De Niro and Roy Scheider in two 70s movies. Interesting. So two 90s action movies and two 70s, kind of drama thrillers. So interesting. Okay.
How did we try Hoffman like that? Okay.
All right. Richie's up first for Last Action Hero and Godfather Part 2.
I have to. He's my only hope. Yeah. It's like Obi-Wan. He's my only hope. So I gotta go for Last Action Hero.
All right, Malcolm.
Godfather Part 2.
Oh, you fucked up.
No, Godfather Part 2.
I know.
Godfather Part 2.
I know.
Steven.
I've seen Last Action Hero way more, so I'll go with Last Action Hero.
JPO.
Don't worry, buddy. I got you back, Godfather.
Okay.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, all right. On the other side, Demolition Man, the little movie that could, and Jaws. All right, Malcolm.
Jaws.
Okay. Yeah, Jaws. Jonathan.
Yeah, for Scheider, Jaws.
Jaws. Steven.
I've helped Demolition Man get this far, but I also said that I think Josh should win the whole thing. So I'll go with Jaws.
Wow. All right. JPO.
Oh,
It's over.
Jaws.
All right. And Richie.
don't play anymore. Well, yeah. I was gonna say Steven thinks George's going to win the whole thing. So Demolition Man.
Okay. Jaws is going to the finals. All right, so we got Roy Scheider with Jaws and De Niro with Godfather Part 2.
Yeah, both of your guys.
Yeah, both of my guys. Yeah, my 70s guys and their greatest decade apiece, the 70s.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Me first. Fuck me. I'll be happy with either one, honestly. But I'm wearing the shirt, so I gotta go Jaws. Jonathan. But if Godfather 2 wins, I won't be mad about it at all.
Okay, so I'm evaluating now both on movie and performance. It's very close. Godfather 2.
All right. Steven?
I don't think there's any mystery to where I'm going. Jaws.
All right. JPO?
Ooh. Godfather.
Godfather. It's going to be close. Let's see what happens. Richie?
Last Action Hero.
Come back to reality. Vote on this one.
Okay.
It made the damn poll. That should be good enough for you right here. Jesus Christ.
Godfather Part 2.
Okay. And Malcolm?
Godfather Part 2.
Godfather Part 2 takes the whole thing. I'm not mad about it at all. Yeah, De Niro as young Vito Corleone takes that one. Excellent work. I know Malcolm's got to go, so get your plugs out real quick, Malcolm, and I'll kind of start wrapping it up.
Yeah, I mean, you know most of the places where you can find me by now, Take 3, Full Metal. But the one place you may not know now is I've got a new show that's on my own personal YouTube channel, Middle Earth Media. It's called Spear from the Past, where I take a WCW, ECW, or W pay-per-view and talk about it. Next week we're doing WCW Beach Blast 92 with Matt Majo.
All right, there you go. All right, sounds good. Thanks for joining us, Malcolm. Appreciate it. All right, now I can kind of calm things down now that Malcolm he had a time crunch. So just a quick note for wrapping it up. Yeah, Godfather 2, first-time winner. Never it came close a couple times, but it is now a first-time winner. We have had the original Godfather win. Jaws has won a tournament before, so it is a tournament winner. It won our PG/PG-13 horror tournament and took that one. So it is a former winner in that aspect. But yeah, Godfather 2, first time. Has never pulled through. It's always come close, but never quite pulled the trigger. So it joins the Godfather as a official tournament fight winner now. So again, I'm happy about that because yeah, I rewatched it in theaters recently. Man, it played higher than it's ever played for me before when I saw it in the theaters about 3 months ago. So really good. So yeah, let's wrap this thing up. That was fun though, and yeah, just to run down the Elite Eight as far as all the different actors that got in, so we can kind of tally it up. So Wolf of Wall Street for Leo, so that's one of mine. Jaws for Scheider, Demolition Man for Stallone, Mr. Ripley for Hoffman, for you Richie, Last Action Hero for you as well, Raging Bull and Godfather both for me, and Liar Liar. So 5-3, but you had a couple of little movies that could with Last Action Hero and Talented Mr. Ripley, I think at least, and Jim Carrey. So
Crow didn't make it. Crow didn't make it.
Crow didn't make it. So yeah, Insider. Well, Nice Guys came the closest, and then and Insider made a couple of rounds as well.
Yeah, that's why I went with the Nice Guys, because I knew Gladiator hadn't made it.
And yeah, and Gladiator came close, made to the 16, not the 8 as well. So yeah, those are the closest for Crow. And then yeah, so there we go. Yeah, that's kind of how it played out. But yeah, we'll kind of wrap this thing up and get out of here. So yeah, let's go around the horn and get some plugs out of the way, and then we'll wrap it up. So Jonathan, what you got? As I'll scramble to try to find something, a clip to play, because I usually do that when Jordan's doing 10 minutes worth of plugs. So I'll try to scramble to I won't keep us that long, but I'll try to find some.
In October we have
yeah, all right, 3 months from now we're gonna be doing this. Yeah, I'm gonna plug like a week out, and that's when I'm gonna plug.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know how he's going to react to the Godfather Part 2 winning, but
yeah, well, he thinks the Godfathers are overrated, so I don't really care because he's not here tonight. So
no, but I'm glad that it won. I'm glad because that's a great movie. So anyway, no, this was fun. This was a fun, different type of tournament. Actors versus actors, and two of the favorite actors. 8 great actors for sure. You can find me on social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Threads. Yeah, I just write reviews, post stuff, all that stuff. Post my few thoughts. I mean, Twitter is terrible right now, but yeah, I'm just posting reviews right now, and I do have a top 10 midway report coming out next week. Yeah, an okay year so far, but yeah, there's some good stuff in the making. And Sunday, we'll see if I'll make it, but I'll be on Rankum on doing opening scenes of the 2000s. So that's gonna be a tough decade right there.
I made a rough draft for that, but I can't be there. We got a Forbidden Door AEW pay-per-view to watch that night, so I can't be there for that for that opening scene day. But right after that show we did on the 2010s, I went and made a rough draft of the 2000s. That one's even harder. There's a ton of great opening scenes of the 2000s.
Yeah, I haven't really prepped, but there's some stuff. Yeah, like 1 year for sure. Yeah. There's one year that there's a lot of great openings. So yeah, it's great to be here. Yeah, thank you for having me.
No, thanks for being on. Steven, what you got going on?
So I don't have anything to promote at the moment, but you can also, but I'm also on Letterboxd at Shepard82.
All right, JPO, if you're still with us, anything you want to plug real quick?
Yeah, guys. We got over at the Periscope. I was just about to make the graphic. We're doing some the other semifinals. Almost over the tag team tournament. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then Pierce Wrestling, similar idea. And then of course you got Lonely Marks, me, Richie, Pez, and the Barber talking wrestling on Thursdays. And other stuff around the channels.
All right, Richie, what you got going on?
Yeah. Also, just a point, there's obviously like I admitted like some kind of big ones like Truman Show. I just think I did that on purpose. So I figured the Truman Show's won what 3 times. I was like,
Truman Show, is I believe is a 3-time winner. So yeah,
really? That's a 3-time winner.
Truman Show is a 3-time winner.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
one of those was like one of my top 128s, I think, or something.
Yeah. So that was one of yours, as well as other stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I was skeptical off the list. I was like, huh? Okay. All right. I understand.
And then the milestone was just an omission that I forgot. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Anyway. Like JPO said, Lonely Marks, going through Forbidden Door pay-per-view and doing Money in the Bank predictions, and as well as whatever news comes about, maybe from the Fallout those shows or what have you. We will be doing, and we've got wheel movies in a couple weeks. Next one we'll be doing is Godfather Part 3 with
Part 3. So we'll be talking
with Malcolm. They will be on the panel for that one. Pretty much. I think that's pretty much it for now. I'll be on. I'll pop up here in Tournament Fights. I'll pop up, on JPO's channel doing trivia, all good.
All right, and as far as the Movie Hero Network goes, you can go back on the channel and see our me and JPO and Richie talked Invasion of the Body Snatchers last night, 1978, in honor of the late great Donald Sutherland. So you can go see that on the channel and check that out. We did a little deep dive on there. You can see our Will Smith and Eddie Murphy tournament from the other night that we did as well. As far as coming up next week, it's kind of up in the air and weird because of Chris Scott's schedule. We're going to start his 128 at least on Monday, and then he's got to find out a schedule like the day before that, so we don't know how the week's going to play out just yet, so it's kind of up in the air. We'll see what happens, and then speaking of Jaws and a movie that could have used Roy Scheider and a great performance, I'll be with Wolfman on Mega Movie Z on his channel doing a drinking game drink along, our monthly mistake to Jaws: The Revenge. So in which Shatter only appears in flashbacks that Ellen Brody should not know of because it's from his perspective. So it makes no sense. So that'll probably be one of the drinking criteria is anytime she has a flashback of something she wasn't there for. So we'll be doing that tomorrow night as well. And then, as Richie and Jordan said, we'll be over on the Lonely Marks Wrestling Podcast channel talking Forbidden Door and predictions for Money in the Bank. So that'll do it for tonight. I did manage to pull something real quick for Godfather 2 as you guys were talking, so I appreciate that. But yeah, we'll wrap it up for tonight. We'll get it just a shade under the 3-hour mark, but I appreciate you guys plowing through this as quickly as we did. So yeah, for Malcolm, thanks for making the bracket again, Malcolm. Appreciate that. For Jonathan, Steven, JPO over there, Richie, I am your guest host this evening, Austin Pez Howell, and we will see you guys next time.
Don Ciccio. Don Ciccio, Tommasino sono, Don Ciccio. Don Ciccio, Tommasino sono. Ma sammi mai. Se vostia mi vuole fare l'onore, ci volesse fare a conoscere o socio mio America. A New York. Si chiama Vito Corleone. Noi altri, Don Ciccio, ci mandiamo l'olio d'oliva a Caro, paese nostro. E la compagnia che dava in America si chiama Genco Olive Oil Company. Significa compagnia d'olio d'oliva, Don Ciccio. Don Ciccio, noi altri volessimo la sua benedizione e il suo permesso per cominciare sto travaglio.
È onesto pecciotto di Nuova York.
Sta qua vicino a me, Don Ciccio.
Fallo vedere più vicino, che poi io non ci vedo tanto buono di lontano.
Bene capito, che Don Ciccio dove la conosci. Cosa mi mano con Don Ciccio, cosa benedetto, cosa mi mano.
Benedetto, come ti chiami?
Mi chiamo Vito Corleone.
Vito Corleone, ti pigliaste un nome di sto paese, E tuo padre come si chiama?
Io si chiama Antonio Mandolini.
Che forte, non si sento buono, avvicina.
Il padre si chiama Antonio Mandolini e Cristo è Pezzi.
Figlio del bottone!
Che succede?